Hello, 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 everyone. Good evening. Good evening. How's everybody doing this evening? Deputy Sheriff, you're the first one in, right? God bless. First to comment. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. God bless. He says, hey, PG in chat. Hey, Deputy Sheriff, how you doing tonight? Don't forget to show PG some love and give this video a big thumbs up. Amen. God bless. Absolutely. Dirtmouth, how you doing tonight, sweetie? Hi, PG and family. Much love to all. Purple hearts for summer. Amen. Amen. God bless. Steph says, hey, y'all. Hey to you, girl. How you doing tonight? Strawberry Monkey says, hello, PG and everyone. Prayers for a little summer. Beautiful. Much love. Purple hearts. God bless. Deborah Ann says, PG, much love. Thumbs up. Amen. There you go, girl. God bless. First with curiosity. Hey, PG. And y'all. Much love. Purple heart again. God bless. I love those purple hearts. Absolutely. Wisconsin mama. I got you. I caught you in here, didn't I, girl? Good evening, PG and fam. Much love to you, girl. Much love to you. And sorry for leaving you backstage for like ever the other night. Sorry about that, Wisconsin mom. I didn't see you. I had so much content going. I didn't see nobody. I don't know. I don't even know who was going to come up. Because I tell you what, they were. I couldn't see them. I wasn't able to see them tonight. Tonight I won't have a problem. I didn't bring up as much content tonight as I've been doing because it just I can't see the people when on panel. I'm sorry about that. I gotta apologize. Absolutely sorry. Wisconsin mom sitting there eating her brownie like, yeah, PG, I was sitting there for a long time. She probably like F you, PG. Right? She's probably still angry about it. No doubt. Oh, Suzanne, how you doing tonight? She says, hello, everyone. Hello to you, girl. Hello, Lisa. She says, hi, PG in chat. Hey, girl, God bless. Live like no more. At PG, much love. Much love to you. Much love to you, sweetie. Linda says, hey, PG. Hey, Linda. How's it going tonight, girl? Somebody named Big Toe. And they got a big toe. They found Summer. If they did, I didn't hear about that. I did hear that they found a 22-year-old girl in the what happened is here's what happened. They were some searchers, America researchers, I believe that's American Recovery Project. That's what they're called, American Recovery Project. Anyway, the American Recovery Project decided to do this satellite thing. And it's a way for a lot of people to get information. And I guess, they'll give you the minute by or second by second actually clip if you know the exact day and time someone came up missing or something supposed to went down. You can get and the addresses. Then you can get the second by second clip, satellite clips, in order to figure out what happened, right? So anyway, this place supposedly, put in the money to do this and for summer. And what they saw on the 15th, June the 15th at around the time Summer supposedly came up missing, which was around 5:30 from Candace's, you know, fucked up watch. What they did see was a vehicle come out of the Wells property, 4 people in it. It went to a another destination where they went back into like a wooded area. Now I would say the horse pond. Now I'm saying this because I listened to everything that was being said upon this topic. I even called law enforcement to reassure that, is this truth or is this not truth? For some reason they are keeping it under the wraps. That's my opinion. That is my opinion, and you'll hear me talking to the law enforcement. I'm not going to play you the second law enforcement that I talked to, because I had to give all of my numbers and personal information and a lot of stuff. So you won't hear me. I will not play that one. I'm sorry. I will play the one for everyone, but the second one I won't, because it's got a lot of PG's personal information upon it. So that won't be played. Not out here. So anyway, but I'll play you. I'll give you enough to know that yes, this is true. And anyway, it went to a certain destination. There was 4 people in the vehicle, and only 3 people left in the vehicle once they came back out of the area they went into. The people went there. After seeing this, they went to this area where this vehicle went to, and they did indeed find some bones. At first, they thought it was an animal, but because, they had like some different investigators there and an anthropologist came in. Anyway, when it was all said and done, it was human bones, they found an article of clothing. So I don't know if anybody else has heard about this. Have you guys heard about this? Because I'm just getting on this one. I'm just now getting on this. This all went down about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. And I've been so, it's not that I didn't hear about it, it's that I didn't pursue it till now. I did hear about it, but I did not pursue it. I'm bringing you up Wisconsin Mama. Hey girl, what's up?
Not much.
You thought you was going to be down there eating brownies for an hour and a half?
No, I ate them all the other night on Halloween when I was sitting in the corner in the back.
Hey girl,
coming to share with you.
I ate up all of mine too. What I didn't pass out for trick or treat. So, and I had to make me some fresh batches today, right?
I had a fire in my oven today.
You know what I did? I even went and bought me a big tin can of cookies. And what I did is I poured all the cookies into the cookie jar.
Yeah.
And I put all my brownies inside the tin can now. See? Right here it is. You hear it?
I hear it.
That's so I can eat my brownies while I talk to you.
Well, I was baking today and I went to the bathroom and I come back and my husband says, I think you have a fire. And I'm like, there's no fire. And he goes, look at all the smoke coming out from the oven.
Whoa.
And I open it up and there's I got a fire in my oven. And I shouldn't laugh because it wasn't funny, but like he's just in full blown panic about it. And I'm standing there. I go, just give me the salt.
Yeah, give me some flour, salt,
Just give me
something.
something,
Yeah,
to put it out with,
it
and
takes 5 seconds here, buddy.
yeah, yeah. So like for
And
three
you get to
hours.
clean up the mess.
Oh, 3 hours to clean that up.
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell
That's,
yeah!
I swear that's the worst job ever.
Oh,
Ever.
I'm gonna tell you. One night, we was cooking steaks, um, and my stove was my stove at that time was right by the back door, and my old man was, he was we was having a little spat, we was having this
Yeah.
little spat, and he went and sat in the doorway, the back door. He went and sat in the doorway of the back door, running his mouth while I'm cooking. And I did the thing. I popped the oven down and the steaks were on fire. So the next thing you seen was a big old ball of fire flying past his head. He freaked the hell out.
Yeah. So
From then
yeah.
on, he wanted to have us bad. He set that ass back in the kitchen chair, right?
I just couldn't believe how my husband just went, I mean, like, panicked. I'm like, dude, chill out. It's okay,
Yeah.
It was just you had to been there, It was
I'm
you had to
telling
been
you,
there.
that's what I was saying. I was talking about last night, the other night. No, not last night because I wouldn't come in last night. It was the night before. That's what I was talking about. Men are sissies, right?
They
They're
are.
like freaking sissies. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah,
Well, I
just
think I hear something. I think you better go see. No, I think you better go see.
or it's
What the hell you mean I should go see,
my
You a
husband would
man or a
be
mouse? Yeah, and you have to give them this damn pep talk, right? Like build them up
yeah,
to get
yeah,
them, to get them feeling their courage and shit to go. It's like, damn, I'm glad I am able to do this for you.
right. Well,
What the hell?
with my husband, I would say, "Did you hear that?" And he would look at me, and I'm shaking my head. I go, "Don't you hear that?" And he goes, "I don't hear anything." And I'm like, "That's right, because you don't even hear me." So it's like, nope, nope, might as well just do it myself because he ain't getting up to go because he can't hear.
He's got selective hearing.
Oh yeah, oh
Only hears what
yeah,
he wants
definitely, definitely, yeah, yeah.
to.
But anyways, yeah, I tried to find that. Did you see the video on it? On on I can't remember the name of it.
And you're
Where
talking about this where they went in the woods and 3 came
yeah,
out with
yeah.
4? Oh, I got it, girl. I'm about to play it out for
Oh,
everybody.
okay. Because
Yeah.
I heard about it like I think it was on Friday night or Thursday
Mhm.
night. And then I went to go look for it and I couldn't find it.
Oh, I
But
found it. I went searching and I found it all, and then a lot of people trying to tell me, "PG, I don't think, I think it's, bull BS," and I'm like, well, it's if it ain't because this guy that's saying it, don't strike me as the type like he's kind of like a news channel, and he don't strike me as the type that would be telling some shit that ain't truth. Now he could be telling me some shit that um, that law enforcement don't want us, getting into, and I think that is the case because you'll hear me talking with law enforcement on the phone tonight. Um,
okay.
I'll play it out. And, even when they tell me, yeah, think I would know. And then you'll hear, oh, this case belongs to somebody else. And so, oh, I thought there wasn't a case like that, but now I know there is.
Well,
So,
I know a lot of people were questioning if this was a true thing, then
oh, I
why are they not using it more often? But from my understanding,
absolutely, I
it's
believe it is.
yeah, I believe it's true.
Absolutely, I believe it is. Now, when you asked, did you find a body of a 22-year-old up by the around the Wells property, you're going to get the answer no. and I'm going to explain to you why you're going to get the answer no. You're going to get the answer no because it wasn't at the Wells property. And when we listen to this tape, I'm going to show you where I caught on to where they did find a body. I'll show you how I caught on to it.
Okay.
You know,
Alright.
there's a difference between hearing and listening. When you hear something, you just heard it. When you listen to something, it means you know, when you listen, you figure all the shit that's going on out when someone's talking. That's the difference between hearing and listening. You should always listen. Don't just hear people. Listen to people because
Right.
you become a lot wiser when you do.
Yep.
Yeah. So let me start with this guy and what he's saying, and then I'll show you how I found out indeed where the body is. I'll let you know where I believe they found it as well.
Come back to you. We got a call from Larry the other day, and I believe it was Saturday, and they had used this high-tech thing that they have, and let me tell you about that in just a second. But they used this high-tech thing that they had to find a particular location in Rogersville or within that vicinity out there, and they found some bones. And they contacted me and wanted to know if I knew anybody that was like a coroner or anything along those lines, and which we did. And we contacted the coroner in Newland, and who had been a guest on this show one time before. And after showing the pictures of these bones that were sent to us here at Skyline, the coroner.
And as he talks in the video, and I just want to let you guys know, as he talks and you see the pictures change, you can look at the pictures. This is some of the bones that they actually found. You'll see more of them all the way down to the articles of clothing. And then I have a picture of Summer with an article of clothing on that could possibly be, kind of looks like to me, the article that they found. Now you guys, it'll be up to your discretion, but I'm going to play it for you.
Coroner contacted the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation and told them, you better get over there. There's something to this. And so they did. And Tennessee Bureau of Investigation showed up with Larry's team was there. And I'm going to show you what they found. Now, we found out later that human bones and certain animal bones are very similar when you see them out there. And some of the TBI people thought it was what they discovered was animals or an animal. And there was another detective there that thought, well, I don't know so much about that, fellas. I think it might be a little something else and something to this. An anthropologist did come by and look at these things, and they did discover bones. I want to be clear, it is not Summer Wells. They believe this person to be of 22 years of age and not 5 years old, but they did find human remains at this particular location. I'm going to show it to you. Secondly, I want you to know that this high-tech system that American Recovery Project has is incredible. Law enforcement, like I said, it works with Larry and his team and helping to find people. And the three people that we were looking for that were underage and were being prostituted out in the Asheville area, Larry's team helped us find those people there. And we've worked with the State Bureau of Investigation came up here to meet with us and wanted to know how in the world did y'all find these people. And we showed them. We told them. So anyway, I hope you guys can still see me. Let me ask Lanning if he can, because if I can show you this. Lanning, give me another text here, buddy. Let me make sure I'm still on here. And I'm going to go straight to it here. Whether you see me or not, we're going to go for it. I'm going to show you what Larry and his team found, and we'll start where they were.
This is the pelvic bone. This is the pelvic bone of the human they found in the ground.
I cannot tell you the location of this as of yet. Larry might be able to do that tomorrow, but as of right now, I cannot. But this is the area, okay? This is where they were tromping around on Saturday, and they stumbled upon bones. And most of the bones were approximately 6 inches under the ground. Some were above the ground. It was it's beside sort of a river that's out there. And this one particular person told us that Summer had, thank you, Mike, thank you. that Summer was in the horse pond, and this particular place was by a river, or with water.
So basically, he just told you where it was. He
Yeah.
just now told us that it was at the horse pond, right? Which I figured that by looking at the pictures anyway. And then going back to Candace's pictures where, she was looking at the flowers and the ground and so forth at the horse pond and the grounding there. Because, see, everywhere the grounding doesn't, like if you go to the pictures on Ben Hill Road and so forth, it's a different type of, it's like a different type of dirt and weed and so forth. And the horse pond, it's just, you can tell, what area it is by what's growing and the pictures matching up. And the pictures to this actually was matching up to the horse pond, flooring of the horse pond, meaning the ground there, the ground covering and so forth and so on, and the type of dirt that you will find there as well. So, and he just told us basically rivers running by it, it floods, and so forth and so on. So he basically, just kind of gave it out, right? And when he said, and Summer Wells was, at the horse pond. So, I mean, don't take a rocket scientist to know where this was. And it was at the horse pond. Now, on the day of the 15th, I found it kind of odd that that Candace and Grandis and them said that they had stopped by the horse pond, let Summer play, not more than, Candace said not more than probably 30 minutes or more, definitely not more than an hour before picking up Grandis's, and from our timeline, she could not have been there for more than an hour, right? But I always go back to when the lady that was talking to JLR said, oh no, their car was there for hours. It was parked there, I remember, for hours. Do you remember that, Wisconsin Mama?
No, I remember.
The lady that was doing some kind of school thing up there, she said they was there for a long, long time. Well, this particular vehicle was there for 3 hours. So what I'm thinking is Candace must have, when she got home, and it's true, she could have took Hunter home with her, Hunter, and Grandis, or else when she stopped to drop Hunter off, maybe True or somebody else went with her up to the house, and something happened up there with Summer, and now you see all four of them leaving the premises, back out of the premises, and they head back to the horse pond, right? And
Right.
that would be the 3 hours that law enforcement is claiming was missing in the timeline, right?
Yeah.
That would clear up the 3 hour missing in the timeline. There you go. So let's finish listening to him. But they did find bones up there. They did.
Comes in when it floods. Some more bones right here, and we come on down. Now one was laying right, there's another one right here. It's almost like in a shallow grave, okay? And there was some articles of clothing that was there. Show that to you right here. Does that look like little girl's clothing? We don't know. Here's another picture of it right there. But after the anthropologists saw this and saw this pelvis, show it to you, they believe this is to be of a 22-year-old person and not Summer Wells. But they are bones. Again, the American Recovery Project. I've got these pictures up here. I'm going to show you. There's the website. Write it down. Go to it. Take a look at it. It's just incredible people. And again, they do work with law enforcement. And so, let me come back to you, and I'm going to show you one particular picture here that's really got my attention. You know, when the U.S. military has satellites going around, they can look in on terrorist camps and so forth, and they've got stuff we can see the back of a car and see what the tail, the tag is on the tail end of the car. This
as you can see, this does look like the horse pond area, right? The trees, it looks like the pictures where Grandis and Candace was definitely, you know, taking pictures of the little flowers, and if you took note of the horse pond, out there in the wooded area parts, stuff grows sporadically, like right, just like this, sporadically here and there. I took note of that.
Computer system that Larry and his team have isn't quite that good, but it can certainly zoom in at a particular time and date. Hold on one second. A particular time and date in history that these satellites were flying over. These satellites have to be where they can see. There can't be any cloud cover. But if you know the time that a little girl was missing and the date the little girl was reported missing, then you can go to the the longitude and latitude of these satellites of the particular time and the particular day that Summer Wells, for instance, went missing. And you can purchase the video and pictures of that the satellite company puts out there. And that's exactly what he did. And so he went to the time and day that Summer Wells went missing, and he constantly kept looking to see who pulled in up there, and so forth. I can tell you this, particular people were there in a particular vehicle, and I can only tell you certain things here, and I'll let him tell you the rest of it. But
And if we took note back right after Summer came up missing, if we took note, Candace did delete certain photos, right? We all remember her deleting certain photos off of her Facebooks. And it could be because this article clothing was either on Summer or possibly a teenager at that time, a teenager or someone that was hanging around the house. She may have had a picture with the person in this article of clothing. So, we do remember her, and I certainly would, delete photos as well, right? If
Right.
if somebody's wearing that article of clothing in a picture that's on my Facebook or something, you definitely want to get rid of it. And she was definitely taking down pictures, at different times off of her Facebook. We all seen it. We all knew it. She was doing away. So that's another big red flag, right?
Right.
that he followed with those satellite images where that particular vehicle went to, and it went to this location where these bones are. And again, that is not Summer Wells' bones. The anthropologist and the four different people that saw this as that are professional.
And if you remember, I told you guys, Candace told me that Summer was not in the outfit she was wearing on the milk jugs, right? Remember I said she told me that it was either, I couldn't remember, purple top with something on it, she told me, and pink shorts, or pink or purple shorts and a pink top, which I'm pretty sure it was. And if you go back to my videos, I will tell you, I'm pretty sure she said purple top with pink shorts, right? And look at this. This is purple, and it does have pretty flowers all over it. She was trying to tell me about something that was all over this purple top. I thought it was like glitter or something like that. But, I couldn't recall everything she had said at the time. I just know that she was telling me something about this top and it, the print or something on it. And this article clothing does not look to be big enough for a full size adult, right?
Right.
It looks to me like it's a child size dress. or something. So I'm going to go on to show you guys, you know, a picture that I
in this
was able to
say that
find.
it is human, but is of a 22-year-old person. And I do know that the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation is looking into it to see whose that is now, and so forth, along with the sheriff's department out there. So this is somewhat breaking news. We wish we knew something a little more about Summer, except that they did find those bones. Now, when they followed the car on the satellite thing, they followed it to that location. You can tell how long there were 4 people that got out of the car and only 3 people came back. So you can't make out their faces, but you can tell how many bodies were there and how many were, in other words, live bodies were walked into the woods, how long they were gone, and were gone for 3 hours, and then came back with so there's 4 went in and only 3 came out. And that's why Larry and his team decided to look over there and see what they could find. So that's what we had to report, and he's still looking. And I have a feeling if somebody out there, and you know who you are, if you would tell us the exact location, I mean exactly within a matter of feet, and not just some apartment complex out here or out here in the woods in some pond, if you could tell us exactly where this is, then we'll be more than glad. Like we said, when that reward money comes through, we'll give it to you, and we'll have a lawyer sign off on it. It says, yep, Skyline's giving you this, because we would give that information.
Now here, as you can see, this little dress on Summer here, it's got flowers on it, like the ones on this dress, right?
I'm trying to look.
We have to, I mean, it's the same color of blue in there, the same color of purple, the yellow. I don't know. We don't get to see we don't get to see the full dress here. We just get to see, some of it.
Right.
So,
But
we
know.
don't, we for sure exactly what the overall dress looks like, right?
Right.
But it is similar. I mean, it does have all the colors, and we have to remember that this dress is filthy dirty, been under the ground. It's not going to, I mean, we're just going to have to be able to, pick out what we can see, So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think it's a hell of a coincidence that, that dress looks like the one in this picture a lot. And what I'm saying is, when Candace buys things for Summer, she gets a lot of things that are, like what I'm saying is, have you ever bought 2 dresses just practically the same, but they're just different colors?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you get a pink flower dress, and then you get the same one just like it that's in, white or in blue or something different. So, what I'm saying is, that strikes me as what Candace would do if the dresses are good buy. She would get them, a couple similar to one another, right? And it's very possible that she bought this one and then this other one that we're definitely seeing in the ground, because they do look alike. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen 2 things that look so much the same, to be perfectly honest. The orange could be somewhere else on this dress we're seeing her wearing that we can't see, right? I mean, I do see the yellow. I do see the purple. I do see the pretty light blue on the dress. And as I said, this has been underground, is crunched to pieces. We don't know. I mean, it's not like we get to lay it out and really analyze it, right?
Yeah. There's a few people in the chat that are saying that this story was debunked this morning.
I'd like to debunk it, but I personally call law enforcement.
To the police and let them go out there and do it. But you don't want to give it to the police because you have warrants for your arrest. We understand that. We totally get it. Totally. But we just want to put a close to this thing and see what comes out. That's what we were trying to do. And we had Larry on here, and he just ran out of time. He had some other things he had to
Now he's
take care
talking
of, some other
about somebody
previous
that has
engagements.
a warrant on them that could talk and clear this up. Who that is, I don't know. I have no idea. I know Fred Hill had a warrant on him. I don't know if he cleared it up or he didn't. So,
Right, and they would have had to test those bones by now. I mean, those bones would have been tested.
oh, they definitely know it was
Yeah.
human. But when I call law enforcement, the reason I say I think law enforcement's wanting this to be shut down, well, I called him personally myself, and I'm going to let you hear the phone call where I called him.
Okay.
Police department.
Hello, how are you today?
Fine.
Listen, sweetheart, there is a group called the American Recovery Project. They're out here in the YouTube world spreading that there was a human remains of a 22-year-old found in Hawkins County there. Actually,
Of what was found?
the remains of a 22-year-old
I've not heard anything about it.
in the woods up by the Wells house. They said they have reported it to TBI. And it's supposed to have been on October the 25th that these remains were supposed to be found. Now, if there was remains found there, clearly you would know about it, right?
I would think so, yeah.
Okay. Well, I would like you to I would like if you would get in touch with this group and let them know why they're putting
We're not affiliated. That investigation is not within our jurisdiction. That's mostly being handled by Hawkins.
Now, he's admitting.
What?
There you go. There you go.
What?
Finish listening,
County
folks.
Sheriff's Department, as well as the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation.
Oh, okay. So it's through the Hawkins County Sheriff Department?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate your time, sweetheart. Thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am. No problem.
Bye.
Bye.
There you go, folks.
I cannot believe I heard that.
Well, you did, didn't you?
That is crazy.
There you go. So, anyway,
He blew that, didn't he?
he did. And I tell you, and then I called Hawkins County Sheriff's Department. And that's where they wanted all my information. And I mean, I thought for a second they was going to even want my social security, right?
And after those brownies, PG.
Absolutely. And you know something? They took all my information. They didn't want to talk about it, and they said that someone would get back with me.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you're still waiting.
I'm still waiting.
Yeah.
They was not going to discuss it at all. Period. Yeah.
Wow.
So this is a hush hush shut up. I don't know why, but this has been shut down. And as you heard, indeed, that investigation, that's out of their jurisdiction. He knew about it. And he, and it was out of their jurisdiction, and the other places were handling it. So indeed, this is not a lie. Now, I know people are out there saying it's bull BS. Well, you just heard it tonight. You heard it right here. That is not BS. Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't believe he said that. I was like, Did I have to listen to that again?
Exactly.
Wow.
It goes to show you people can shut down whatever they please on we the people out
Yeah.
here in society. They do not want YouTube running with this. You know, they've had enough with the Summer Wells case, and they are not going to you know, they're not
Well, I
going to
suppose they don't really want it out there, PG, in case, the person knows,
I know the horse pond is in Sullivan County. Absolutely. I know that, and that's where this body, in my opinion, where this body was found. I know that I talked with some influential people today, and yes, it did go down, and that's why he said they don't handle it. You know, it's TBI and the other law enforcement that's handling everything. It's out of their jurisdiction. So
but he didn't hear nothing about it.
yeah, and then he comes back and lets you know absolutely he did, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you
Wow.
know, but I
mean-
don't blame him. Do you see how dramatic this Quentin's case is getting? I mean,
Oh,
there's someone that
yeah.
said they're coming back tonight at 9 o'clock,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
which, obviously they didn't come back and do whatever they threatened to do, right? Because in Georgia, I believe it's past 9 o'clock now, right?
Yeah.
So, they didn't come back, but they was having the threat, I guess, an exciting threat that they was coming, to do it.
Huh.
JLR is hiding in Billy Joe's attic. It could be. That could be true.
Could be true. You never
I
know.
wouldn't doubt it. I
I
wouldn't
don't
doubt
know. That was that's been quite the scene down there. That's
it. Mm-hmm. It
and
has absolutely been quite the scene down there.
to me,
Absolutely.
let's not get off the subject of what we're talking about. We
Do you want to see what Candace is looking like right now while she's listening to PG talk about this? Let me show everybody what Candace is looking like. I didn't get down this thing because I want everybody to see it. There you go. That's what Candace looking like right now.
Oh,
If we could see her, what? What's your eyebrow go up?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, she even blew us a kiss, baby.
Yeah.
Candace thinks she belongs to the mafia, right?
Right. Right.
Yeah, it's called the Dapper Dan backwooded dirty mafia. The mud bath mafia.
Don't be blowing no kiss this way.
They don't take a bath mafia.
They don't-
Oh, shit.
I don't even want to go there. I can't.
Yeah, she be giving them kissy lips, right?
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Oh shit.
Oh, yuck.
Yeah. Ooh.
Hey, Sis Tina.
But
Oh.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's definitely a total corrupt county down there. I mean, from
well,
many
I'm gonna
decades
tell you
ago to
something.
now.
That article of clothing did not look like it would fit a 22-year-old human unless they
No.
were a midget. Also, if you know anything about you know, the structure of a skeleton, you know that the one bone was indeed um a, a leg bone, right? That it was the bone coming from the pelvic down to the knee, which I believe an adult would have a longer and bigger bone than that. That definitely did not look like no 20. That did not look like no 22-year-old leg bone. But
Well, so you know who else had this? They had, you know who else played this on their channel, right?
yeah, she
Eh,
said not not funny PG, not a
Oh,
mafia member. Yeah, she thinks she thinks she part of that we don't bath mafia.
oh my gosh. The sad thing is Candace is such a wannabe, you know. She doesn't know she doesn't know who she wants to be. She just wants to be a wannabe. You know what I mean? She can't seem to find who she is.
Yeah, Candace looking hot. She on fire, baby.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It cracked
Yeah.
me up. But um, I do think they're telling the truth. And and I just think that they're trying to keep it on the low low. And I don't blame nobody for that. It really shouldn't have been, you know, out here, but
Well, there was
you
another
know,
creator that has experience, and she had looked at it and she said that it definitely was an adult bone, that they were human bones.
oh, they're
So,
definitely human.
oh yeah, they're
They're
definitely
definitely
human.
human.
Yeah.
Now, as for adult, I don't know. I mean, you know, I took science classes in school, and that big ass skeleton. All science teachers, they just want to hang up that big skeleton in front of you, right?
Yeah. And
And
you go home and you
yeah,
dream about
I
it.
used to not. I didn't dream. I
I
didn't
did.
dream about it, but I used to go, rattle it like, I was always hoping the science teacher would, go out of the class or something. Then I'd go get behind it and, you know, rattle it and scare the kids. Rattle me bones, rattle me bones.
Yeah, definitely.
You got a lot of the kids that'll crack up laughing. A lot of them's like, oh, and go cry, go home, cry baby.
Was
But
that the time that you just started eating brownies, or
I already been eating
was
brownies,
that
girl.
was that when you were experimenting with the brownies?
I, I I was trying to feed that skeleton one. Damn it.
Well, everybody gets brownies tonight. They all want brownies tonight. So,
I was like, oops, I guess the skeleton don't want it. I guess to eat it myself now.
right, right. There's a few. You have a few people in the chat that want to know what police department
Yeah,
did you call, PG?
Candace is a bad girl, right? Bad. I called Hawkins County.
Well, they wanted to know, and now you answered.
Yeah, I called Hawkins County. Well, when it rung, he picked it up. He said, Hawkins County Police Department.
Yeah, he
That's what he
did.
said.
Yeah, yeah,
So
and he didn't know nothing about it. That's what he said
yeah, until the end.
until the end.
And then he told me who go look for it to find out the rest of the information on it, right?
Yeah, yeah, he
I
did.
say, wait a minute.
Wait, like you just said you didn't know nothing about it.
Right, exactly.
Oh, oh, I'm sorry, Punky, that you can't have brownies, but you know, they always don't need sugar.
They hang out in the Dollar General and smoke shops, busting caps. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh
yeah,
yeah.
that is hilarious.
Mm, that's funny. So, PG.
From the start, no Pacific meaning against any other person who contacts the Wells. The Wells should have rejected any media except for search messaging from the parents to community, not playtime. Um, Uh, well, it's always good to get these people to come out here and talk. It's always good to you know, do I believe that, do I believe that, Donald had anything to do with his daughter, um disappearing June the 15th, 2021? No, I don't. He was at work. He has an alibi. He got up as he does every day and he went off to work. He gets a phone call from Candace right before the police are called. And, um, and I'm sure, Candace, I mean, you're not going to tell some guy you let something vicious happen to his child, right? You're not going to tell that. And, you're just not going to, fess up to that kind of stuff. Absolutely not. Now, you had Candace and Jody Sue that were pretty good friends. I mean, these are two women taking pictures of each other's boo-boos. They seem to be sitting around on the grass because, Jody Sue mentions how Candace was carrying a sippy cup. And she says they weren't very good friends, but then she mentions, about Candace being on her land with the boys, and she talks about how she was on Candace's land when the kids were real little, and Summer was just a baby. Well, actually, she mentions once when she's on the land with the younger boy being a baby, and then again when Summer was still not very old. So that would have been around springtime after Summer was born. So, it sounds to me, and then she happens to just be there when, Summer's having her fit, as Jody Sue calls it, about the shower and needing a towel. That brat. What a brat, right? Little brat. Instead of getting her towel and getting her, and calling child, I would have called 911, reported that shit right there. But, she didn't call nobody, right? And she didn't do a damn thing about trying to get the child dried and dressed as well. But, what I'm saying is these two women had a lot of dirty little secrets between them, right? That the men didn't know about. And what else, what else was, like Donald said, he came home, and Allie even Allie first was the one that came out and said, oh, Candace picked up a homeless man and brought him home, right?
Yeah.
And then I asked Don about this homeless man, and he's like, hell yeah, I got home and this crazy fucker's at my house, actually sitting outside at a table getting fed, and Candace, acting like it's some long lost friend and bringing some stray to the house, and Donald had to run him off. Nobody, you're not staying here. I don't know who the hell you are. Get the fuck out of here. But, point being is Candace was a very dangerous human being. Now, if indeed she had somebody up there around the house that day and something did indeed go down, causing Summer to pass away, or, who knows what went on up there, right? Who knows what went on up there. But say this is a 22-year-old person,
Right.
that they just found. Say it is. It came out, the vehicle came out of the Wells property, went to the horse pond. 4 people got out, or 4 went, 4 came, and only 3 came back. So left the place. 4 went there, 4 got out at that site, and only 3 came back, got in the vehicle, and left. So that leaves 1 out there somewhere. So, here's my thing. Could something have went down at the Wells house that day where, that means that there had to have been some 22-year-old person on the property at the time that Summer came up missing, right?
Right. Because
That's what I'm talking about. So that means indeed that Candace and Grandis and them were not alone. So if I was Donald, I'd be saying, Candace, who the fuck was up here? Who was up here on my property, right? Who
right.
who was the three people that got out of the vehicle? Who was the three people that got out of the vehicle, and back in the vehicle minus one? There was four. But I'm saying who was the three minus the one? Leaving the horse pond. And where the hell was Summer during this? Where was she? Now, Candace says Summer will always be with me. So, did
Yes.
something go down up there
I think
that
something.
possibly,
I do.
what I'm saying is, could this 22-year-old girl, could something have went down and this 22-year-old girl and Summer ended up severely hurt or beaten? Maybe Summer got in the way of whatever was happening. And so Candace did away with her, close by, maybe, for Summer. And they took the other person and to the horse pond.
Could be.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I have always believed that whatever happened to Summer happened there in the house.
Right. Absolutely. And
No.
it was 4 days, like 4 days before they checked that cellar. And I've always said that was, crazy that they didn't go over that place like a fine-tooth comb the first day. When
Yeah.
a child comes up missing, it needs to be treated as a criminal case until it's proven not to be, right?
Right. Right.
It's got to be that way. And what they did is they went up there not treating it like a criminal case. What they did is they went up there treating it like a wandering off, and they just fucked up and messed up and destroyed all the evidence that could have led to what really went down that day up there, right? But all of that got destroyed.
Right.
And now, as you heard the guy, I mean, you heard the law officer at the end say, "Oh, we're not handling that case. That's turned over to so and so somewhere else."
Yeah.
So, therefore, it's not our jurisdiction. So, indeed, that case is true.
Yeah.
I mean, he's plain as said it.
I wonder
You know?
I wonder if there's any way that we can watch that. The video, the thermal video. I wonder if there's a way that we could watch that.
You mean the satellite?
Yeah.
You would have to pay for it. I hear it's really expensive. It's
Yeah, I
second
heard
by
it.
second, and
Yeah.
it's super expensive. And I think if you buy it, you have to, like when you go to get people's private information, you promise that, it's for personal use only, that you will not be, you're not exporting or putting out. So I think that could be the way it is, and therefore that's why, they can't allow, they can't share it.
Right.
Because if they could share it, then it would keep thousands of other people from paying the money to buy it, right?
Well, yeah, and I suppose they need to use it for evidence too.
And then you could be took to court and buy the satellite place, and they could say, we could, maybe 10,000 people would have bought it. Now you're sued for 10,000 times whatever it costs you to get it, right? It ain't
Right.
worth it. It ain't worth sharing the images when
No. it's not.
you're subject to that type of lawsuit.
Right. Right. Huh. Well, it's interesting.
ATM, I'm bringing you up. How you doing, girl?
Hey, Perkerton.
Hi,
Hey,
Tiffany.
Wisconsin Mama.
Hello.
How you doing? So I'm jumping in here, and I haven't been watching. I saw your title, and I wanted to tell you I ran the information a week ago for the American, what is it, Recovery Project, whatever it was called.
Mhm.
They are not a legitimate company for real, like 100%. They are not legit. I don't trust them, Perkerton.
Um,
I don't
you
trust
know,
that guy
you know,
either, that Nesbitt
you know
guy.
who I don't trust
Who?
is law enforcement. Because did you hear the phone call I made today to him?
No.
Well, I'll pull it up for you so you can.
Okay.
Police department.
Hello, how are you today?
Fine.
Listen, sweetheart, there is a group called the American Recovery Project. They're out here in the YouTube world, spreading that there was a human remains of a 22-year-old found in Hawkins County. There, actually,
Of what was found?
the remains of a 22-year-old
I've not heard anything about it.
in the woods up by the Wells house. They said they have reported it to TBI. And it's
Well,
supposed to have been on October the 25th that these remains were supposed to be found. Now, if there was remains found there, clearly you would know about it, right?
I would think so, yeah.
Okay. Well, I would like you to I would like if you would get in touch with this group and let them know why they're putting
We're not affiliated. That investigation is not within our jurisdiction. That's mostly being handled by Hawkins County Sheriff's Department as well as the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation.
Oh, okay. So it's through the Hawkins County Sheriff Department?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate your time, sweetheart. Thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am. No problem. Bye.
Bye. He admits that that is true, that it's being handled. he, he tells me
So he
first.
said let me get this right, because I want to make sure I know what I just heard. So he said
Yeah.
that not that he was aware of, and then he said, without you saying a word, that it wasn't in his jurisdiction that it happened.
Exactly. It did happen.
Oh, Lord. So
That's what I said the same thing.
you did?
I couldn't believe it.
What
I couldn't
is
either.
going on out there? I don't understand.
That's what I'm telling you, girl. There you go. And you're
But
welcome
that
to
group
use.
really is not legitimate.
You're
and I want
welcome
you to know.
use that phone call if you want.
Oh, thanks. Well, what a weird phone call, truly. But that American
but at the
Recovery
end,
Project is not-
he admits it is true.
Yeah,
and then
he did. I heard
and
that.
then
That's very interesting.
I called the Hawkins County Sheriff Department.
Mhm.
They asked me all my information. I mean, I thought they was gonna be like, "What's your social?" Because
Mhm.
they act like, "Whoa, who are you?" And they,
Yeah.
real concerned and everything. And I had to give them a bunch of information and stuff like that, even my phone numbers and stuff like that. And
probably to make sure they can take you seriously, because if they
no,
start
I
asking
let
people
them
for
know
their
that
info,
I'm a
they'll know.
YouTuber. This lady said she wouldn't talk about it at all. She was not going to discuss it. She was going to let somebody higher up know that I was requiring and leave it at their discretion if they would like to get back with me or not.
Mhm.
I don't have no I don't have no information. I didn't find it. I don't have no information, about who it is or any of these things, but and I was totally explaining that as well, that I was totally explaining that as well, because
Yeah.
I had nothing to do with that shit. I'm just a YouTuber. And out here in the YouTube world wanting information. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, she wasn't giving you nothing, and
Mhm.
she wanted everything from you. They're giving you shit, and they hung up. So there you
Hmm.
go.
I just don't know about this group. They sound great, but they're not legitimate. There's
I'm telling
no.
you, you just heard that guy. He said, you know, he knew what he's
Yeah.
like. Oh, you know, oh no, that's not our case. That's handled somewhere else. So he did know, and he did know it was out of their
Well,
jurisdiction.
about the remains, but what about this statement that they've got on satellite imagery that there was a car that left?
It was
Ben
not.
Hill and
It was not. You know where that car went? I mean, I think I figured it out at the
where?
horse pond. It went to the horse pond. And you remember the lady saying, and this has bothered me many, many, many nights. I have laid awake over this. It's because on JLRs, the lady at the horse pond tells JLR that they were that they was indeed there, and they was there for hours. Remember that? She said that their vehicle was there for long, long, long time. Candace was trying to say no, 30 to 45 minutes at the most before they picked up the prescriptions. But this woman kept saying, no, that car was there for a long, long time. Well, you know, I'm thinking that their car came back there. And that is the 3 hours
Maybe.
law enforcement feels. Law enforcement said there's 3 hours missing. Well, I think that 3 hours, because that particular vehicle that went to the horse pond was there around 3 hours. So that would coincide with the lady saying no, that vehicle was here a long, 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 long time. I remember it was, you know, so that would definitely explain the 3 hours. It would explain the lady saying no. It wasn't like a little while. It was like a long time. Yeah. Now it's the pieces are starting to fit the puzzle.
If it was there for that long, do you think that there could be a chance that maybe someone else picked them up and they took a ride somewhere, went somewhere? Always try to put. Could be anything really.
I
I shouldn't
think
do that up here right now.
I'm
There's
thinking,
enough.
is it possible
Mhm.
that, because 4 people's in the vehicle, only 3 left.
Well, they say that. Yeah, they say there were
Okay.
4 and only 3 came back. Yeah,
Now,
but I don't
here's
trust
my
these
thing.
people.
Could this girl's buried there, right? She's buried there.
Well, wait, has the victim been identified? Have these remains been, has anything come out at all about this that per garden,
The
something's
vic-
not right here with the
the
situation.
victim, whoever they found has not been identified
That's
yet.
something is wrong with this.
And
Really,
that's why you're not hearing anything, because it's basically a John, or I don't know if it's female or male, but it's either a Jane or a John Doe,
Mhm.
or at this particular stage. And they will not let anyone know until they find out who it is, because family's the first one to be notified.
Yeah,
They
I'm gonna
won't let
listen to that
anyone.
call again too, because I don't know if I just don't know why this group, this American Recovery Project group,
This is the group here.
they're not legitimate. You can look them up. You could put all their
And
information in.
about it tells you what they're about.
But they're not legitimate. You know what that means.
And what we do, you know, on top of the field investigations, in-field
Yeah,
investigation.
but they have not filed per garden. They don't exist except for on that website and, you know, speaking of them or whatever. They're
well,
not a
there's-
legitimate group.
Oh no, I researched them, and you can actually call and talk to them if you want.
No, what I mean is there's actually like no information. They don't have any of the proper paperwork that, like, they haven't actually got a solid.
Well, they haven't made a name for themselves like you know, like Avengers with Purpose and stuff like. They haven't really made a big name
that's
for
what I mean.
themselves yet.
So,
But you
like,
know, Avengers with Purpose, we would have been saying that about them at the beginning as well, wouldn't we?
well, fair enough, I guess, but I just don't want to give credibility to a new, if it makes sense. And I only wanted to tell you because I didn't know if you knew, and that's fine. You don't have to, it's just my own opinion.
Right.
But
I mean, you know,
I didn't know if you knew.
hey,
that
I'm
they
not
weren't.
gonna knock them when,
Yeah, no, and I'm not trying to knock them either. I don't know. These people could do amazing work, but it's the fact of the matter is that Nesbitt guy, and
Well,
I
I
haven't even
understand
talked
you
about it
being
'cause I
Larry
didn't want to
because,
bring
girl,
attention.
I was Larry on him as well. That's why I made the phone calls today that I made,
Yeah.
indeed made. And, you know, this officer, at the end of the phone call, let me know where to go find the information. I mean, it wasn't in his jurisdiction. It's
Mhm.
out, it's not that he knew, but
Mhm.
he also knew who was handling it. So, how would
Yeah.
he know all of that? How could he lead me to all of that
Yeah, well,
if it
and
ain't
that's
true?
one thing in itself. But the story about the 4 people walking into the woods and only 3 came out and all that.
I
Well, I'm
believe
not
it.
so sure,
I believe it
but
because, I heard,
yeah,
I
but
mean, I haven't researched this group super good. I mean, like I said,
how did they
I'm just
pull
getting
that? Then where's Summer? If they can find that, they
you
could
got a
find what
head
happened to
start on me,
Summer.
girlfriend,
Huh?
because you've been in there for a week. But I just started,
Where?
because I put this on the, kind of on the back burner,
Mhm.
because I felt that, what's going on with Quentin right now and keeping
Yeah.
him in the spotlight was more important. I
Mhm.
found that, calling out Hunter and what Hunter had just said. And I
Mhm.
did find out that Allie and them got into a big fight, and
Mhm.
I guess Hunter told his girl what really went down with Summer, and then she told her mom, and then her and her mom went to Allie's house about 2 weeks ago. And I'm going to tell you another thing over the course of Summer's disappearance that I took note of is when something's going down, like when the kids were being took and stuff. You didn't see True and them on TikTok and stuff. And
Mhm.
then when this big fight just went down, you didn't see True and them on TikTok as well. Whenever some shit's going down, these guys are not doing TikToks and shit. So that is a big red flag right there that indeed this is truth about, what went down up there between the girlfriend and the mom with Allie. They went to confront her about the situation, wanting Hunter to go to law enforcement. And I guess Allie flipped out and said, "Fuck no, get the fuck out of here. You ain't gonna leave my boy like this. You're not putting my boy in prison." All of this shit. So, and they did see a car leave. So indeed Candace could have took Summer home, or not Summer, but um she could have indeed took um either Hunter or True or somebody back home with her that day from the horse pond, and some shit went down. It's very possible that is the way it went. Because I did take note too at the beginning of all of this. True was staying hidden, kind of like Billy Joe's son, right? Out of the mix of everything. I mean, you heard Hunter, you heard Leslie, you heard Allie, you heard even the old grandma living with Allie, you heard Allie's mother, you heard all of these people, but you did not hear True, which spent a lot of time upon that hill and everything, um, at all, hardly getting into the spotlight whatsoever. And, I found that kind of odd as well, from the beginning. So, my point is it seems like, yeah, it's adding up, and it's a very good possibility because this satellite the reason they even did this was for Summer. And what they done was they ordered those pics. They ordered those, the second by second, which is very expensive pictures, to run it over for Summer's sake, to see if they could anything they could use to help Summer be found. And indeed, they seen this vehicle come out. They seen this vehicle around the time that Summer was supposed to be missing, come out of there and go to that horse pond. And, and they were able to see the people getting out of the vehicles, which was only like 3 hours later.
No, I thought it was Ben Hill, not the horse pond. I thought that
No.
the vehicle.
No, it was not. It was
That's not what the Nesbitt guy said.
And that's why people are saying, and that is why people
So
are.
if they've got access to all of this, Pergard, and why can't they see who took Summer?
This
Okay,
guy.
So there's somebody in chat. Listen to this. Danny says, I found a picture on a satellite map of what I think is them taking Summer off the hill.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah. See,
yeah.
this
There
is.
you go.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Them
Pergard,
here's the thing.
not. It's
When
not.
you-
There you go. It's right. No, this is something. I'm telling you. This is
When you do the
outlandish.
satellite, thing, it's second by second. Here's the problem. They can't put it out here.
It's
for
not
us
even
to
a
see.
certified group. They don't even
Well,
have a
they're-
freaking number to identify them. I don't trust
Oh
them.
yeah, they do have a phone number.
No, and no, not a phone number. They are not registered as a legitimate. They're not legitimate at all. I've literally checked into them when that guy went live on Facebook. There was a big uproar, right? And
Right.
I looked into and had all of this information run. And I understand they don't have stuff in
Right.
order, but I can't trust these people. I can't trust this group if they say they have a satellite image, but the FBI doesn't, and the TBI doesn't, and Hawkins County doesn't have this.
Now we
No.
don't know it. We don't know that they don't.
Yeah, we
Well,
don't
if
know
they
that.
did, then
We don't
we'd
know
have a
that they
better
don't.
idea.
And
But
not
what we
only
do know is that the TBI has said on their website about Summer's case is that there is, in the timeline, there are things that they cannot tell us.
and they also told us there was a missing 3-hour timeline with Candace
No,
that they kept going up there
they never
telling
said
Candace.
The police never said there was a missing 3 hours.
Oh, Ronnie Lawson did say 3 hours. They said if
Yeah,
anybody
to
has
the
information,
lady though, but that was Pergard. Hold on a minute. That was not. That was said by a lady who went on Ziggy's panel, who said Ronnie said it to her, and the lady who worked at the police department or whatever. Do you remember that when she was up on Ziggy's? And it was
I
yeah,
actually,
Ronnie told her to pass the message along and find out what happened. The missing 3 hours is what was said. We don't know that for a fact that Ronnie said that to that lady. She could have been saying whatever. Now, I don't know.
think
She
that
said it
at
happened at a
some point-
party.
I think
family,
that at some point
cookout or
when the law
something.
enforcement was talking, I do think they said something about a 3-hour gap. I do know they were up at Candace's house.
Mhm.
Now, I was in there daily with Candace and Donald. And I do know that law enforcement was not going to Donald's work at all. But I do know that they were going up on the hill so much that Candace actually started going to work with Donald out of fear they was coming there, because what would happen was he was constantly having to go home because law enforcement was there. One time they came and took all these clothes and stuff. And then another time, and they went through even Grandis. They wanted to see her camper and stuff. And then another time that was when they took the sheets, some other things. And then they came back again and they took some of their electronics they took away. I don't know what that was, but then they came back again and attacking Candace. That's what she always said. They're attacking her.
Mhm.
And was wanting to look over something, and she was giving them, and Donald told her to let them do it. Let them do whatever they needed to do. And because she wasn't wanting them to do whatever they were going to looking around for something. She didn't want them doing it. I know that. And then I know they was calling her in, the police station, and she would get real nasty with them, and said they were attacking her, and told her that she came out of that hole out of the driveway twice, and she said, and me and him asked, "What'd you say?" At about the same time, we asked, "What did she said?" She said, "This is her fucking story, and she's sticking to it." Then everybody just laughed, because I mean, it was funny, it's a song, and
But
and
what we do know that there is missing time.
and we
Even
wanted to calm her down, we wanted to
Yeah,
calm her
there's missing
down.
time, but law enforcement never said that there was any specific amount of hours missing. They never stated that to the public. It was only said to that lady on Ziggy's panel. And I can't, Allie said she can't talk about 2 hours. Yeah, but that's not from law enforcement. So what I'm saying is law enforcement has never come out and stated that there was a missing 3-hour window. That did not happen. Okay. Texas brat, I'll be a bitch all day long. Go fuck yourself. I don't care if you like Jody Sue or you don't. That's not what this
well,
is
I
about.
just go
This is
by.
about
I
summer.
just
Jody Sue isn't the fucking subject. All right.
I just
Hey,
go by what TBI says on their
Hey,
your
Danny.
timeline.
Danny, if you could send me that to my email, I would appreciate it. I mean, I think there's some way you can
Yeah, you
capture
gotta
it
see that before you trust this person saying
and
they have it.
and
for
send
sure.
it to my email. I would love to see that, hon. Absolutely.
Prayer
But
do
I
you
do
have
know,
an
I'm gonna
email?
go
What
eat
is
a
your email,
brownie.
by the way?
it's prayergarden316@gmail.com.
Prairgarden316 at
Yes.
Gmail. Oh, I didn't even have an email address for you. But listen, I'm gonna jump down. Thank you for letting me come up. I
Oh,
just
no
wanted you to
problem,
know
girl.
that about the American Recovery Project. And I'm not in any way like, saying
Everybody
no
was
good or
warning.
whatever, but
Everybody was warning me,
yeah,
and
be careful
everything.
with that because they're not legitimate at
And
all.
that's exactly why, when you don't trust somebody,
Mhm.
you go to the main sources, right? Which is
Yeah, you
law
did the right thing
enforcement.
by calling. That's an interesting.
And
I'm gonna listen back over to that tonight too.
and indeed, for some reason they're not wanting to put out information on this. If they indeed got a Jane or John Doe, and they have not, figured out who they are and the proper family to
They probably have to go through law
contact yet,
enforcement. Have to
then
do
they
that.
will not make it public business. They will not. They
Yeah, law
can't.
enforcement will have to do that. They'll have to
No, they don't.
identify the person and all that. But this is the
Exactly.
thing. The people saying they have pictures of who took Summer. No. Send it to the cops, please. Like,
Well, she didn't
that's
say she
crazy
had
to me.
pictures. She said she's not sure.
Yeah, she
Who?
said she just got a satellite
No,
photo.
I was looking at the comments she wrote before. Not the big long one. It was just a shorter one, but it was a while ago. Sorry, I didn't see that one there. I can show people how to.
Yeah. She can
Oh yeah, I
capture it.
didn't see that comment that she wrote, and I'm not saying that that American Recovery Project aren't good people, but they're not legit, and I'm not gonna take their
Well,
word
I
for
don't put
really
my
anything.
I don't put my faith in, I don't put my faith in
Yeah.
I know what it's like, to be at the start of something, and people
Mhm.
if you ain't got a big name,
Well, when it comes to
we all
summer,
got to
I'm
make a
gonna be
name.
picky
We
as
all got to
fuck,
make a
though,
name
Prayer
for
Garden.
ourselves in this life,
Yeah, on a regular day, sure, but when it comes to summer, no. Where's your credentials? That's what I would say. So,
Well, who's to say that TBI and FBI don't have that video? I mean, that satellite
well, if
already.
they don't, they're completely inept. If a company that does a non-existent,
I mean, they may have had that video
group.
months ago. That
Right.
or
satellite image
maybe they
months
have
ago.
it and it's not supposed to be discussed or spoken about too. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Who knows? It could be anything, but I don't trust them. They're not even
and that
legitimate.
would explain I think they did, because that
Mhm.
would explain their that would explain their surprise searches a few times in some
Danny,
different
I
areas
believe
up
you.
there, you know? Um,
Mhm.
so, and I also heard that, law enforcement was up at that pond, indeed looking around as well. So,
Yeah, they
but,
went to the pond.
but,
Didn't John have to leave church for that and whatnot? They were calling him like crazy. They
and I don't
searched there.
think that body would have been found had, like they've had a lot of rain and floods up there
I thought
over
they
the
found it from
past
thermal.
the
Was it?
past few months, and I think what it's done is washed a lot of the dirt away, in certain areas, and that might be why that one was coming to surface. It
Mm.
just goes to show, man, lazy
Well,
people.
if
If you
somebody
don't
was
dig that hole,
found, that's
you need to dig
wonderful.
that
Like
hole
if they
deeper,
found
right?
somebody. Yeah, if they found somebody, that's good. I'm glad. But I don't trust them when it comes to summer. That's all. I'm not going to take my information from them when it comes to summer. You know what I mean? Like, but that's just me.
Well, if indeed,
I just wanted to give you a heads up so you knew, because
if
I didn't
indeed
know.
the vehicle that left that, well, here's the thing. This is the coincidence. They follow the car to this particular place. They go to this particular place, really searching around, and they actually come up with a body. So, what I'm
Yeah, but it's
saying
not
is,
Summers. It's not Summers.
I don't know whose it is. I don't know
Well,
how
she was
much law
22, they
enforcement is.
said, so it can't be
Well,
I
Summers.
don't know how much law enforcement is willing to tell us. I mean, that article of clothing did not look like it would fit a 22-year-old human being.
Those
Right.
bones don't
But-
look
But
like
those bones
are
human
too
bones to
big.
me, but I'm not an expert, of course. And they certainly don't look like a 22-year-old either, which I thought was strange. But I don't trust them
Exactly.
at all. I think the whole thing is wishy-washy, and just be careful with it is all, because I
Right.
don't trust it.
Well, I
Well,
think
I
with,
don't think that they
I think
belong
with
to the
law enforcement, and what I'm saying is if it was a 22-year-old, if it was, okay, if
Mhm.
this indeed was a 22-year-old, and if indeed they came from the Wells property, then it could explain the 3-hour window that
Have a
law
brownie,
enforcement's been
Sarah.
bitching about. It could explain, it could
No,
explain.
Sarah Lee, I'm not condescending. I'm bringing something to Per Garden's attention, as everybody should, when she's talking about a company that is not a real company at all. And go fuck yourself, okay? Okay. Condescending, I'll be fucking condescending. You want me condescending to you? I'm having a conversation with Per Garden.
Yeah, but you don't need to go tell her to fuck herself.
Well, she can go fuck herself. She's been sitting in this
Well,
chat
then
talking shit
take
to
that
me the
shit
whole
to your own
time.
channel.
I'm actually trying to help out Per Garden because
No, you're trying
wanted
to
her to
convince her that
know
this
what was going
company
on.
is not a good company.
Well, huh?
Anything on YouTube about summer, most of it's bullshit anyways.
Yeah. So why would we want to add to it? Is all right? Like, does that make sense? No.
Why would you add to it? Why would you go over
I'm
on
not
your
adding
channel
to it.
add
Actually, I came up to let Per Garden know what my findings were
Well, here's the
when
thing,
I found
is that
out about
people are
this in the first
respectful.
place.
Wait. Let's all back up a minute. Let's all calm down.
People are
Let's all
respectful to you,
let's
Tiffany.
all calm down. Let's all
I
calm
wasn't
down.
even talking to
Now-
you,
now
Wisconsin. I
here's
was
the
talking
thing.
to someone
Here-
in chat. So are you Danny, or who? All these people talking shit to me? Texas Brat. Which one is you, Wisconsin?
Really?
Yeah,
You don't go tell people to fuck off.
I did tell her to fuck off.
Well, why don't
I
you
did.
go fuck
I
off
did.
then?
I said it. Want me to say it again? I can.
You are so
Um,
disrespectful.
Okay, well, that's your opinion. I wasn't talking to you though. I was talking to Per Garden, and I came up here
Yeah, but I
to
support the chat.
tell her something that's important. And if you want to add to the situation and actually make it worse, you do that, Wisconsin Mama, because you're not dumb and you know exactly what I'm saying, and you're feeding this little beast here going on in the chat too.
I'm just saying,
So,
Tiffany, I
if you're a
am
friend of
here
Per
for the
Garden,
chat.
you should go look up all the things I just talked about, right? I came up here to talk to Per Garden to tell her something that was important. So I'm gonna go. So it
I
doesn't
don't-
get any worse. We have a
don't-
bunch
I
of haters
think-
here tonight.
I don't think, Tiffany, that they
Jesus.
understand I don't think that everybody understands, how much you put into Summer's case, how much you really care, and how much that,
It's okay,
I
Bridgerton.
I
People are
totally I
disgusting.
totally
It's
understand. I
just
mean,
the way it is.
I didn't appreciate you calling somebody in my chat saying "fuck you," but
Well, yeah, it
I
happens.
understand where you're coming from, girl, because you really do love
Yeah, because I've
Summer.
been ignoring all of the disgusting comments in the chat the whole time I've been up here.
You
Finally
really
said
loved Summer, and in all
Thank
honesty,
you.
you don't want to take the chance or the risk
Mm-mm.
of something like this being out here. And that was the same thing with me, girl. That's why I called law enforcement. As you heard, I
I'm
took
glad you
the bigger steps, because I don't want someone putting out false shit about
And I
Summer either.
appreciate that you
I
called
love,
because that's
I
what
love Summer, and I fight my ass off for Summer to keep her in the spotlight, and I really care about her. I mean, over here, she's number
you
one.
calling is more than these assholes in your chat do, right? I mean,
Tiffany, I
actually
gotta
went
kick
the
you, man. You can't come over here and call my chat a bunch of names, hon. You can't do that. I mean, I'm trying to be nice. I really am trying to be nice. I like Tiffany,
I
but
do too.
I can't have her coming over here saying shit to my chat. The one fuck you I overlook because I know that she's upset, and that and Summer can, when it comes to Summer, we can all get upset, right? When people's lying and they're back paddling and they're doing all their shit, and I know that I get very frustrated myself a lot of times with Jody Sue and all of these other people and stuff, and I know, and so I'm trying to overlook, but man, you can't come over here and, and attack my chat. I'm not going to allow that. Over here, we are a we thing, not a me thing. We're a family here, Tiffany. We all love Summer as much as you do. We've been here for over a year fighting for Summer, and we've the ones that pulled her back into the light, right? We pulled her back into the light and got everybody focused on her. I mean, the last time me and Tiffany had a argument like this, she came over here to attack me over Jody fucking Sue, who she's attacking now herself, right?
Right.
She's attacking her, and I knew what a piece of shit Jody Sue was back then, right? So what I'm saying is, I understand she doesn't, trust this company, and that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
I went over this company's head straight to fucking law enforcement, right?
Yeah.
And law enforcement said, I think this company is legit because what did this guy say? Oh, you got, this is out of our jurisdiction. This is why, I didn't know what you was talking about, because it's out of our jurisdiction. It's being handled by TBI and a sheriff's department. So, he's saying, oh yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about now, and that's out of our jurisdiction. Somebody else is handling it. So,
It ain't over
that's
yet,
clarification that it is truth, right?
Right. But
That's clarification.
Tiffany, I know you're in the chat. PG was respectful enough to let you come up on her panel. And when you come up on anybody's panel, you're talking to PG. You're not going to go
Hey.
and listen to what or read what people are saying in the chat. You got to let that stuff go and talk to the person that you're up on panel with and be respectful.
We have issues now.
Yeah.
Tiffany, I have no issues with you, hon. No, we don't have no issues. The only way we could have issues, you have an issue, not PG, right? I don't have an issue, hon, because I'm not the one fucking butthurt right now because I couldn't stand up on a panel and call somebody. I would not ever come to your channel and say nasty shit like that to your, to your chat. Absolutely. And you wouldn't stand for it if I did. You wouldn't stand for that. So why you come over here to do something to me you would not want me to do to you? Why did you come over here and disrespect me the way I would not fucking disrespect you? I wouldn't disrespect you like that. I wouldn't tell somebody in your chat, fuck you. People say nasty shit about PG all the time. All the time. I don't say nothing to the chat about it. I don't say, hey, you piece of shit down there. You know what? I don't give a flying fuck what the chat is saying when I go up on other people's panels. I'm not up there for their chat. I'm up there for them. If I go to Miss Daisy's, I don't go there for the chat. If the chat loves me, great. If they don't, great. I don't care. I'm there for her. I'm, I talk with her. I keep myself in check for her because it's about me and her. And if you can't be about me and you, the way I am, with Miss Daisy and Mrs. Daisy is with PG, then I'm sorry, hon. The only one's got an issue is you. So please don't tell me we have an issue, because we don't. You have an issue. You're the only one has an issue. I refuse to have an issue with you. Because, I don't care enough to have an issue with you. I mean, I personally, man, I actually started liking you due to the fact that you are for summer and everything. But you're just fucking rude. You're rude, hon. You need to, I don't know what the hell you're smoking or whatever, but you need to, might want to get some better shit. Something that ain't gonna make you so unstable and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Mentally unstable like that. Shouldn't jump onto people.
She's, she knows.
I mean, I understand she has a problem.
Summer. We all love summer, Tiffany. You're not the only one that's put your whole heart into looking for summer.
What I'm saying is, I went to law enforcement. I said, hey, I researched this company. They look pretty good to me. I don't know. I know how it is, to be on a ground level, trying to build yourself to be the Avengers with purpose, what they are today. I know what it's like to be the small guy and have to build your company from the ground up. It's not easy, and you have to get people to trust you. And if you have people right off the get beating you down, then you're not going to get where you need to be. And if these people actually are doing good things, to help people, and they did, actually see this on a satellite, follow it, and find what they have found out there, then they done a damn good deed for society, right?
Yeah.
And if you beat them down, if you beat them down, then what happens is they don't get to grow. And if they don't get to grow, then people that they could have helped ain't going to get the help that they needed, right?
Right.
Just think if people would have did that to Avengers with purpose, and and beat them down, and they wouldn't have got where they were. Callie wouldn't have ever been found, right? Kylie would still be under the fucking water in a vehicle. So, right. What I'm saying is, let's not beat people down. I mean, Tiffany is quick to, to not only beat this company down, but to, beat the people in the chat down as well. Not if you're not saying what she wants to hear, she has a problem with it. Well, and we over here, we agree to disagree, right? And at the end of the night, we hug it out, and everybody is entitled to their opinion, including her. Yes, we're all entitled to our opinions, right?
Right, but you're not entitled to tell people to F off, and I did.
Oh, not at all. Absolutely not. And I was trying to give her, trying to give her some provision, because I know how she cares about summer. I know she can get upset. And then Tiffany's the type that, in 5 minutes, she apologized. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that to whoever, but, for some reason,
by the way, Tiff, there's only one Wisconsin mama. I'm not 3 different people.
What is she talking about? You're 3 different people.
When she was up here and she told me I was Texas Brad, or maybe I'm another person or another person. No, if you come up on PG's, if you go up on anybody's panel and you don't respect the chat and you tell them to F off, I mean, I listen to it enough. And I'm going to tell you to F off. You don't belong up here. Yeah, you don't
Stephanie
belong up
Marie
here if
must
you
have skipped
cannot be
today on her
respectful.
mental medicine. What the hell was that she just did? I don't know what the hell it was, Molly, but
I don't know.
I
I
was
think
trying to
she's
calm the
stressed.
situation down and keep peace, but it is what it is, man.
is.
It is what it is, right?
Well,
Here's Texas Brat now.
yeah. Well,
Hey, Texas Brat, how you doing?
she
I'm
was
doing
here.
good.
Here you go. Texas Brat came up to let Tiffany know. No, Wisconsin Mama ain't Texas Brat.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that I am sorry that
Mm-mm.
all of that happened in your chat, honey. I have seen Tiffany on everybody's panel today. They call Tiffany and BK called the cops on Betty and Molly and told them that they were on meth.
Oh, is Tiffany taking up for is she taking up for the baby killers in that house?
Yes, she was
Oh,
on.
damn, you're kidding me. She's
No,
taking up for Leilani and the grandmother?
yes, she was on Sarah's panel tonight.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that, hon. I didn't know that. So
And that,
she basically knows we're against them, and that's
Yeah.
why she hopped over here to start some trouble.
exactly. And
Oh, wow.
when I heard her voice, because I couldn't see what her name was,
Right.
that's why I asked who's that talking on panel, and that somebody said Tiffany. And I was like, oh my God, what is she
Right.
trying to start with PG now?
Right.
Well,
Exactly.
there's been
Yeah.
I don't usually go on anybody's panel,
Right.
and
Right.
I'm always in your chat. I'm here every time I see you on. And when I seen and heard some of the things that she was saying about Summer, that's why I was trying to get your attention that all she's going to do is take the info that you just told her tonight and take it back to BK.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. And maybe she'll take a bag of meth.
And what
along with her.
what is BK going to do? Stuff it in his pissy pillow and sniff on it?
Yeah.
Right.
And it's going to go from BK to Cher and to everybody else. Tiffany is
See,
bouncing everybody's channel.
you
Let
know,
me tell
as a
you something.
creator,
At least they get to see, at least they get to see that, the we channel over here, not the PG channel, the TM channel, the Bitty Keys channel, the Share channel, these superstars.
yeah,
No, it's the
superstars
we
that are
channel.
burying
It's the
themselves.
we channel over here. And at least these motherfuckers seen that we took the extra step to get the answers to this little company that they want to beat the hell out of, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
We took the extra steps, and it sounds to me like they're not lying when they talk, when they said what they saw and what they done. And personally, from what law enforcement just told me, as you guys heard, and the way the other law enforcement today didn't want to talk about it. And I'm pretty good when it comes to, knowing a lot about law. I absolutely do my homework on everything. But, law is a specialty of mine. And I'll let you know now, when they asked you all the questions and ain't willing to give you shit, they're wondering, it has to be true. And they're wondering who the hell you are, how you know about it, and how you could possibly be implicated into the scenario of this person that they obviously did find in a damn horse pond, right?
Right.
And and don't get pissed at me because I'm willing to go do the research and all the damn what it takes, to get what we need here. And I'm going to tell you something. And when I say, yes, I did. But I'm going to tell you what, I would not have done it if it wasn't for the good people in my chat. Do you know how many of we was hitting PG up through Facebook and hitting PG up through email saying, PG, check this out. PG, you need to look at this, PG. And yes, I did stick it on the back burner. And I mean, they was on it from day one, letting me know about this. And I said, I'll get to it. When I get to it, when the Lord leads me to it, I will get to it. Right. But right now he's leading me with Quentin. He's leading me with other things. And that's where I'm going. But today he led me to this. And that's where I went with it. Right.
Yes.
That's where I went with it. And we all figured out that, this company ain't that shady. Right. It ain't this company shady. What Tiffany Marie needs to understand, the company's not shady. Fucking law enforcement is. And if you just think past the end of your nose, right? And, maybe my brownies are better than whatever she's got. Because, I do think past the end of my nose. I think quickly, right? I catch on to shit like bam, 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 bam. This is what needs to be done next. And, then you pursue it. You pursue it and you get the answers that you want, the answers that you need, and the answers that you can bring back to all the good people that's working with you, not against you. And I'm talking about our family here. We work together to get the shit done. And and that's what I love. We do support each other now. She may not know anything about support in her community, because she's too busy being the superstar of her channel and everything. But you know what? I'm not a superstar. I'm a mother freaking hunk of dirt like every damn body else. And I lower myself to everyone else, humble myself, not lower, but humble myself to everyone else in this community. Because why? We're all made from the same freaking dirt, right? We're all made from Adam and Eve. And therefore, something, when we're in here, none of us are above anybody else. We agree to disagree. We hug it out at the end of the night and we move on with our little community as we always do. We're a we thing, right? But I mean, she comes over here and, and instead of understanding, and like I said, I gave her a provision. I gave her a provision, when she jumped onto Sarah Lee, because I know Sarah Lee. Sarah Lee often hits me up. She is a very strong lady, very strong woman, and a very kind and caring person. You have no more credibility, in my opinion, and you are spreading false info about Summer. Nobody's spreading any false anything about Summer, Tiffany Marie. Nothing is false about Summer.
What have you spread false?
Absolutely not. And why are you hanging in my chat if you dislike it? I'm going to tell you something, Tiffany. When you were kissing fucking Jody Sue's ass and running around attacking everybody, where was you worrying about Summer and all of that? Where was you worrying about Summer when Jody Sue was talking about hauling the damn body off, when she was talking about freaking, her old man being the last one to see Summer's poor little dead body, when she was talking all of this shit, where was you at for Summer and all of that? You was not there for Summer and all of that. You were there for yourself and your self gain by having Jody Sue upon your panel and making your numbers. It's all about fucking numbers for you and Benny and the rest of you all. And why you're over here arguing and acting like you so give a damn about this baby, you're so, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. I'm gonna call your card right now. I'm gonna yank the fucking rug right out from under you, Tiffany Marie. It's all about the money. If there was no money to be had on your YouTube, you wouldn't fucking be there. But you know what? We are. We are here. It costs me money to run this thing because you know what? I tell bitches like you exactly what the fuck I think of them. And you know what that costed you, right, Tiffany Marie? You know what that costs you. That's why you motherfucking don't do it. That's why you don't do it. But I fucking do because I personally don't give a flying fuck about the dollar. Right, Tiffany? It costs me to run this fucking channel. I don't sit there and tell everybody all my hardships so that they'll give me all kinds of super chats and shit like that. I don't tell anybody anything. My personal life and my personal business is mine. If I'm struggling, bitch, it's my struggle to struggle through, right? And I know about struggling. So do you. The only difference between me and you, Tiffany Marie, is I do know the fucking struggle, and I don't want nobody else struggling to give to me. I don't want to take their money to give to me so they can fucking struggle. But you don't give a damn about that, do you, Tiffany? You don't give a fuck what old lady's money you took that she needed for medicine, or what, for their bills or anything else, or their card payments. You don't give a damn how they pay their shit just so you're able to pay yours with their fucking money they're donating you. Fuck you. Get the fucking hell out of my chat. Take your fucking nasty, skanky, fucking bad breath ass out of here. That's what I got to say to you, Tiffany, because you done pissed me the fuck off. You pissed me the fuck off. And I'm going to tell you something. You will have a motherfucking problem if you keep fucking with me. You're best off to leave me the fuck alone, and you know it. You're back that fucking ass the hell on up and get the fucking hell out of here.
Amen,
Okay.
PG.
Karen gives me a super chat. She's like, $100. Preach
Yeah.
it, my friend. Preach it. That
Too
is
bad you weren't
exactly
hurt.
why I come here. You notice a fraud. Absolutely. Absolutely, girl. I do. And God bless. I so appreciate your support for this channel. God bless.
Tiffany, why don't you head on over to
that was a
shares?
surprise, a
Both can
beautiful
shut up.
surprise. What?
I told Tiffany to head on over to shares, and they both can shut up.
Yeah, they could both freaking sit over there and cry the fuck together, right? They could
Yeah.
cry together. Absolutely.
Just they really need to take a good look at themselves, because they're ruining themselves, and they're ruining their own YouTube channels. You guys are taking down your own channels.
Because Tiffany doesn't work. Boo-hoo. She's on disability. She's a taker. Absolutely, hon. There's
Oh,
givers
yeah.
and there's takers in this world. And, and she definitely is a taker. She's a taker just like a whole lot of others I see and I don't like. And Deborah Ann, God bless you. God bless.
Aw.
Summer's Army. We love you, PG and family. Hey, girl, I absolutely love you guys too. And you guys know over here, it ain't about, it ain't about no super chats, super stickers, or anything else. It's about these missing children. We love these missing children. We pray for these missing children. We want these children found. And we bring the truth to the fucking table, right? We bring the truth to the table. It ain't my fault that, that officer screwed up and at the end and gave out the information, right? To make this company look legit, as they probably are,
But what
that
you
ain't
brought
my
out
fault.
tonight, what you brought out tonight gives us over here as a family time for us to go and research that too.
Hey girl,
things-
I
the things
couldn't
that
I
you
couldn't have
bring.
done any of this without you guys. And
Yeah.
that's what I tell you guys all the time. Every last one of you in this chat right now are essential. You are not disposable. Don't let people mistreat you. Don't let them, block you. Don't let them, do not let people treat you like, you are disposable, because you're not. You are essential. You are what makes, you guys are what makes them fucking YouTubers.
Hey,
If it wasn't for you, they'd be a fucking nobody. They'd be a
Paula.
nobody. But they treat their people bad. I watch them treat their people bad. They give them pity stories and pity parties, one after the damn other. And you know what it does for me? I tell you what it does for me. What it does for PG is it scares me, because one night, I wanted to share something on here with the people. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I know it was something I wanted to share with everybody. And I remember. It's when StreamYard went up. StreamYard raised its prices, and somebody gave me a super chat or a sticker or something to help out with the StreamYard. And I was so grateful, because, it does take away from me and my children
Right.
to do all of this. It does. And I'm not going to
Yes.
lie. But, I don't, my kids are great. They're like, hey, mom, it's fine. It's a good cause. You know, we love doing it. We love helping you. And let's keep it up. You know, we can put this back, that back. We can make provisions to get it done. I got awesome kids. You guys don't even know. I don't even know how I got them, but I do, and I thank God for it. But you know, the point is if somebody came into my after my live, they came into my wall where you know the chat on the wall thing,
Yeah.
and they said, why pick up a pity party? Why don't you just fucking say you need money? And that's why I don't share any of my struggles or anything with anyone out here, even when I feel like, you know, I need someone to, you know, to listen for a second. I don't share anything. I suck it the fuck up and move on with it, because you know what, I don't want people to ever think that, you know, that's what I'm doing. I don't, that's not who I am at
No.
all.
Do you remember when your
A
think it was
Teresa,
your
super
central?
sticker,
Oh,
super
that's
sticker.
nice of you,
God
Teresa.
bless.
Do you remember when
Oh,
your
look at
AC
this.
went out? Oh,
Little
another
Annie,
one.
give me another one. God bless you.
Oh,
God
look at
bless
the
you.
puppy.
God bless.
Oh, sorry. Thank you, little Annie, for supporting PG.
Oh,
Do you
absolutely.
remember when was it your air conditioning unit went out?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't see you running a cash app for people to help you.
None of them knew. I told you behind the scenes. They
Oh,
didn't even
shoot.
know that.
Oh, I forgot. Sorry.
They didn't even know that, girl. That was me and you talking.
Oh,
I,
I'm
I
sorry.
didn't even bring it out.
No, you didn't. No,
That
you
I
didn't.
remember. No, that
No,
was
you
me and
didn't bring it out.
right.
Well,
You know.
well, they know now. Well, so her AC unit went out and she had to pay for it. Cost her a lot of money, but she didn't want you guys to know about it. But you do now. But she didn't ask for any money. So
No.
that's the difference between PG and all those other YouTubers. If they're running their Cash App underneath their banner, you
Yeah.
do what
I
you want
mean,
to do with your money, I guess.
you're right. And they would have. They've been like, oh, me and my children are sweating to death. It's just so hot. We're having to stand with the refrigerator open just to get some air. I'm so worried, and this and this and this to take people to cleaners. No.
Yeah.
No. You know something? I'm not gonna lie. You know, no AC, that's uncomfortable, right? But you know what? That's my uncomfortability to
Right.
freaking you know, it don't hurt nobody to sweat a little bit, right? It don't hurt nobody to that's what I tell my kids. It ain't gonna hurt you to sweat. You know, throw some cold water on your face. People did 1,000 years without AC. You know, we're
Yeah.
not gonna complain. You know, let me show you a Chinese trick. You get a wet rag, you put cool water on it, and you hold it to your face. There you go, baby. That cooled you down, didn't it? Yeah. Thank God for the Oriental people, because they learn us good things. There
They
you
did.
go. You know, boom.
But the
Problem
point of the
fixed.
fact is that PG was not running a banner underneath a Cash
Hell
App
no.
banner underneath her. She does not ever ask for money from anybody.
Because
Anybody
I'll tell you
wants
why.
to give, they give from the goodness of their heart. PG does never ask for money.
I tell you why, Wisconsin Mama, because you know something. I know there is people out there. I know there's people that would, feel sorry, and I've done it many times in my life. I have felt bad for people and actually gave them what I really could have used, um, and I don't want to ever do that to any human on the earth, because I do know what it's like to struggle. I do know what it's like to have little in this life. And I refuse to do it to anyone else, and like I've always said, this over here is like the church. We are like the church, not passing the plate. Now that's Tiffany Marie. Tiffany Marie passes the plate 4 or 5. It goes past you. You put $1 or 2 in it, and you look, and bam, it's coming past you again, right? So you dig in your purse and you put something in it because you don't want to be embarrassed, right? So you put, and here it comes past you again, and you're like, oh my goodness, maybe you ain't got nothing else to be putting in there, and you're looking around like, oh my goodness, you're embarrassed.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, I will not pass a plate at all. You know,
No.
the box is in the back of the church. If you want to give, God bless. If you don't have it, hey, keep it. You know, if you don't have it to give, please don't. That's what I always say. Please don't. You're doing me a bigger favor by not giving if you don't have it to give than if you wish to give it and can't afford it, because then I would feel bad. You know, God sees all. He sees all, and I don't want anyone ever putting herself in a strain to do anything, you know, for PG and this channel. Absolutely not. I don't. And that's just the way I think about it, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like, you know, God will keep this channel going, and you know, and all we need is enough to keep it going, you know, and we do have good people that do, you know, do pitch in when I really am struggling. When I really am struggling, I promise you, God does. He does. I see people start putting up the you know, super chat here or super sticker, and I just, you guys don't know, but because you can't see me, but I promise you, my eyes go straight up to the Lord, and I say, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's, you know, that's StreamYard. Thank you. That's this app or that app that I really need to do, you know, to be able to do all I'm doing.
Right.
I absolutely look up and I thank him for the ones of you that help and do support this channel. And, you know, do you think Tiffany Marie looks up and thanks God? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. You know, she's too busy making bank off of all these people that might be given to her and can't, you know, really can't afford to be given to her, but they are, and she don't care because she's one of those people that doesn't care to take people to the cleaners. You know, how can you care about Summers, Tiffany Marie, when you're too fucking busy taking all your people to the cleaners? That's what I want to ask you. That's what I want to ask you, is how in the fuck can you be caring about any child when you're so, and you're sitting over there on shares right now protecting. You didn't want to talk about that tonight, did you? You didn't want to talk about you over there protecting Leilani and Grandma, who indeed, you know, Quentin's the victim. Quentin is the victim, Tiffany. These are fucking suspects. And just like Jody Sue, you're wanting to house them now, right? You're wanting to house them. Fuck that. Fuck that. You know, I probably would have kicked her if I knew that in the beginning. I would have just kicked her. I did not know she was protecting the grandmother and Leilani. I thought for sure Tiffany would be protecting Quentin and be full forced against these fuckers that, you know, that done something to him, and the grandmother that's protecting the ones that did do something, right?
Right. So
I thought.
I don't want to cut you off, but you have a new member?
I seen that, girl, and I got a
Oh, and a
super sticker.
Super
Amen.
sticker.
Thanks, Pixie.
And
I
then,
got right below that a
yeah.
new member. Amen. Yorkshire
Sweet.
Rose became a YouTube member. God bless you, hon. God bless.
And
I'm so
then the
appreciative.
girls are asking if you can check your email real quick.
Sistina gave us a super chat too. Much love, PG. God bless.
That's awesome.
God bless.
Thank you.
God bless. Wow. Another one?
Another
Mayor gave.
one.
We love you. Oh, God bless you.
Oh, look at the picture of that puppy too. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, isn't that
I
beautiful?
just love the pictures of the dogs.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Absolutely.
And then the girls are
I
wondering,
love us.
yeah.
Deborah Ann says, I love us. Much love. Summer's Army, much love. Justice for Summer and all missing children. Much, much, much love. There you go, girl. That's what it's all about, right? It's about these children are the victims.
Yes.
Kylie was a victim. You know, Quentin's a victim. Summer's a victim. And, you know, anything that might lead us to Summer, we're going to damn explore it, ain't we? We're going to explore
100%.
it and get all, you know, now Tiffany wanted to put this place down. Why didn't Tiffany do what PG did? Why didn't she take the extra mile and try to figure out, exactly what was coming down, you know,
Yeah.
and if there could be any truth to it all, right? Why didn't she
Right.
take that big extra step? You know why? Because she didn't think of taking that extra step because she was just, on the lazy side, right? She got the
Well, yeah.
secondhand information from other people to lead her to believe that this place is, oh, that's good enough for her. She doesn't care because, that's what's going to make. She thinks, "Oh, I got enough info the lazy way to put out there and make my money off of." No, this ain't about making your fucking money off of it, off of bullshit, secondhand information. This is about finding the truth, seeking the truth, and getting the truth. And that's what, we need to be doing. And that's what we do on this channel. That's what we do. We take all of those extra steps because we have the need to fucking know why. Because we love Summer. We love Quentin. We loved Kylie, right? Kylie reminded us all
Yeah.
of what Summer could have been in the future. And
Yep.
her life was even cut short, right? And it was fucking wrong. So
Right.
that's what I'm saying. And and I don't think everybody loves and cares about these children like we do. Absolutely not. And I'm sorry they don't. I'm sorry they don't. And I would like to apologize for every last one of them YouTube bastards that use these babies to make a fucking living off of. I am sorry that they do that. And I just hope God forgives them one day, right? I hope God does forgive them
Oh,
at
they
some
will.
point.
I
I,
mean, he
and I
will.
hope they see their airy, ugly fucking way. And I always pray and always wish that they would just come together for these children and let us all work together as one, right? Let us work together as one to get whatever needs to be done to bring these babies home, get justice for them, and help many, many more, and try to help many more before it gets to this level, right? Before it ever gets to this level. But you know what? They can't work together because they're too busy having fucking shit shows, right?
Right. So am I wrong? But in the beginning, wasn't Cher supporting Leonie, or how do you ever you say her name?
Leilani.
Yeah, wasn't in
Um,
the beginning, wasn't she supporting her?
yes, Cher has supported Jody, or she has supported Candace and Don Wells, the two biggest fucking suspects in Summer's case, right? And you had Tiffany supporting Jody Sue, the other sick fucking suspect, right?
Okay, so
And
now Cher is
and
not
Benny
supporting.
Keys, he was supporting the Wells as well, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Andy. He didn't care a lot for Jody Sue, but Andy for sure. And then you have, in the Quentin case, you have Cher, Benny Keys, Tiffany now, all of them on Cher's side for the suspects. And if we remember, Tiffany was for the suspect when it came to
When
Summer
it
as
first
well
came out,
for Jody Sue.
she was supporting
She
the
was
yeah, and now she's
supporting.
not. Now she's supporting the grandma.
Tangle Bar, I appreciate the super sticker, hon. Thank you. God bless. Yeah, she absolutely is. Wow, Teresa giving me a super sticker too.
Oh,
Girl,
wow.
I am so grateful. I am so grateful. God bless. God bless. Oh, we got
Lake
another
Erie.
member. Texas Brat became
Nice.
a YouTube member. Oh, God bless you.
And you got another
Absolutely.
super chat, another $5 super chat from Lake Erie.
I was trying to keep up with what everyone's saying. I did. Brenda gave one too. Oh, God bless.
Wow.
Another super sticker. I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
Oh, God knows he knew I needed. He absolutely blessing PG tonight, right?
Oh,
He
he
is
is.
absolutely blessing me. He's like, PG, you'll be able to get your kids something because I'm gonna lead all of these people to make sure this month what you guys are giving me is it's actually going to help pay for most of what I do here. So for this month, God bless. Man, I'm almost in tears from all of this. For
Oh,
real.
don't go turning into a crybaby on us
PG,
now.
never be afraid to reach out to your family here. We love you. I've got a great listening ear if you ever need to talk. Always LA. God bless. I so appreciate that. I really do.
You
I really
know,
do.
it was when I first got on YouTube and started watching it, I was on Miss Daisy's channel, and Always L8 was the first one to welcome me, and then her and I connected, and then Katie U.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell you, KU's been with us like forever too, hasn't she? I mean,
Yeah.
like most of all the people I look at in here, we've been together for like day one in here on Lake Erie. I so appreciate it. God bless.
And
And we got
Teresa.
another member. Look,
Look at you.
yeah, we got
Wow.
Carlene. She's became a YouTube member. God bless.
Well,
I'm
you
so
deserve it,
grateful.
PG. You do a lot of work. You do a lot of research. You put a lot of time into this. You put a lot of your own money into this. And and the family loves you. We all love you.
I
So,
love you guys. I
know.
absolutely do. I
And we
mean,
love it when you tell somebody off too.
yeah, yeah.
It's like,
My son. Wasn't even going to mention it, but my son um got sick on me. That's why I wasn't in here yesterday. My boy's sick, and
no.
yeah. So, and I told him, tonight I wasn't going to come in. I was going to, I was going to read him stories and hang out. And he's like, um, no, no, I go in, mom. You need to be there for the kids. And I was like, son, I need to be here for you. And my daughter was like, don't worry, I'll read him stories and everything. He wants you to go in. So that's why I was even here tonight. He didn't want me missing, a night on any of the children. He told me it was very important, that I got the word out about the information that we was going over today. He knew about the he heard me and my sister talking about the wooded area and everything. And
Well, he loves his mama. He wants you.
hey
He
girl,
knows
how
this
you
is
doing?
important.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. Good. What are we talking about here?
She said I call BS pixie sticks. I appreciate it. I'm trying to. There's so many people being so beautiful and supporting the channel. They're actually supporting the channel, and
That's awesome.
I haven't not ever seen something this amazing in my life. This is amazing. I am
Spicy
so
watermelon.
grateful.
It's good to have you up here.
Christina, you are so appreciated. Much love. Wow, that is so beautiful. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate every last one of you.
Is this
And
about here?
how do you think about Cher? I call BS.
I call BS. I think she has no right having a YouTube channel that has to do with true crime if she's going to side with the suspects.
Agree 100%.
So do I.
I'm sorry, but this isn't the first. This is the second time.
Right.
So, what is your channel about?
It's about Summer
No,
and
what's your
Quentin.
channel about though? Like, I just feel like
She supports killers. That's what her
Yeah,
channel is
and
about.
she just wants
Is
views.
she asking? Is she asking what our channel's about, or
No,
is she
she's
asking
asking
what?
what Cher's channel is about.
Yeah.
Oh, she's asking what Cher's channel's about. I'm sorry, hon. I thought you were asking about what our channel's about. Cher's channel. I run it down for you about Cher's channel, and I'll have no problem doing that in a quick. I mean, it won't take me long. It won't take me long to tell you all about Cher's
Lickety
channel.
split.
Cher is a selfish, self-centered fucking bitch that left her own children behind. And if you're going to leave your own kids in the freaking dust, how are you going to come out here and tell anybody that you give a fuck about someone else's children, right? That is
Amen.
number one. Number
Amen.
two, Cher is a dark-hearted, back alleyed in the fucking dark. She sits over there in a hell cell, right? Dressed like a fucking witch. Her old man looks creepy as fucking hell as well. They fuck with everything that God tells us not to mess with, right? They basically, let's go and mess with all
I'm
the
just, let me tell you
spirit
something.
boxes. Let's mess with the let's mess with all of those weird ass people that do the woo hoo hoo and whatever else type of thing, right? Which I don't
Right.
believe in at all.
Me either.
My Bible says steer clear of that shit, and that's what I'm going to do. Bottom line, that's what
I
I'm
don't
going to
really,
do.
whatever. We all believe in whatever.
And absolutely, everybody, everybody has a right to believe how this is America. We do have a right to believe however we want. But what I'm saying is,
What?
if you're
Let me
telling
tell
me,
you, I might sound stupid, but I know exactly where that baby is. That baby got picked up in that train station right outside the town. I know this. She was sold.
you talking about Quentin?
I'm talking about Summer Wells. She was sold. Sorry. Nobody wants to believe me. I know this. They're never going to find her because she's long gone. She might be in China, Taiwan.
Who's up on panel, PG?
Somewhere on the
I
other
call BS.
side of the world.
It's what she's called. How do you know that?
There's been psychics that said that in
Evil.
Okay, you're
Evil.
fucking gone, hon. Your
Who
ass
was
is
that?
gone.
That wasn't Spicy Watermelon, was it?
No, absolutely not. I was like, I'm not going to show her picture because I ain't about to get, because I call BS. That's like photo bomb, fucking porn bomb there. But so I had to cover us. But
Right.
and I figured I'm going to give her a chance, because I like to give everybody an opportunity and a chance in this world, right? I was giving Tiffany Marie a hell of a one there for a minute. But
when they start talking about psychics,
and that's what I wanted to do. But when she said it to each his own, I was like, oh fuck, you're into that shit, right?
Yeah.
And then she went on. So then I asked a question, right, to find out she was. I said, so how do you know that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, she had two options, right? I was motherfucking on the train and seen the shit, or some ghost popped up and told me about it, right? And I'm like, motherfucker, I don't believe in that shit, so you gotta go. Hell no. I'm not gonna hear, I'm not gonna hear, your fucking I tell you what, I know what her favorite song for Christmas is. Do you hear what I hear? Right? Fucking schizophrenic. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
Yeah, you can't believe in that shit, man. That stuff is evil.
Hell yeah, it is. Hell yeah, it is. It's I don't
I mean, like,
I
if
don't
the
go for
cards were
that
for
stuff.
real.
Yeah, that was funny one, right? That was
Yeah.
freaking funny. Do you hear what I hear?
But I mean, like, if those cards were for real, don't you think everybody would be using them? Because it's like, oh my gosh, it was in the cards, the cards were
Right.
truthful. No, they're evil. Stupid if you believe them.
I tell you what. If everything it was in the cards, then I know exactly why the fuck I'm not a poker player, right? Because this life has dealt me a shitty hand.
Yeah, I
Hey,
agree.
here's my spicy watermelon. How you doing,
There she
sweetie?
is.
There
Oh,
she
I
is.
just so I'm lying here, closing my eyes, listening, and then I hear my name being called. I'm like, what? And then
I
I hear it
know. I thought
again.
it was you.
No, I don't sound that hoarse, and I'm not that rude, Wisconsin mama. I'm offended. My
No, I'm
goodness.
sorry. I don't mean to offend you. I just saw a little bit of the black hair, and then I thought it was you. And then the lady started talking like weird shit, and it's like, oh, that's not her.
No, she
Wisconsin mama like, but that's spicy watermelon. I can't believe it. I'm like, oh
Yeah,
hell no,
no.
no, it ain't her for sure. Spicy
Yeah.
watermelon, she's beautiful. That other lady,
She's logical too.
Yes, logical, intellectual, polite, and definitely not rude like that. And no, I would not make those
No.
types of.
I should have been up here
Wisconsin,
sooner.
well, Wisconsin mama didn't get to really see her because I had to cover our screen, and to Wisconsin mama's defense, she didn't get to, she didn't get to see the woman's face, and I promise you, it looked like whatever she's corresponding with in the other world might have stepped in her.
Yeah.
So, Wisconsin mama, I saved you. It would have burned your eyes out.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for saving me.
I saw the title of your video, and I think they're gonna find the remains of Summer. I think they're getting close.
I do too. I absolutely, I believe it as well.
I hope so.
And it sounds like, it sounds like now they pretty much know where some people were in the 3-hour window that police were looking for, right? They actually, now they know there was like 4 people up on that hill. Now, from my understandings, they're calling these people crackheads, right? That's what they're calling them. And I'm like, well, they took one of the so-called crackheads out up there because clearly their body was found at the horse pond somewhere. That's what I'm thinking. And you remember they were searching Wisconsin mama all down by the church area there?
Yeah.
The end of Ben Hill, remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, I come to think about this. It's a possibility that, because different people, like what I'm saying is, if you don't get that second to second satellite thing, what I'm saying is law enforcement could have got it to an extent where that might be why they were checking that one particular area, is because, or they could have been one of the particular areas that, that vehicle spent a certain amount of time, that they seen it wasn't moving for a certain amount of time before it went on to the horse pond or something, right?
Right.
I mean, like, the thing
Could
is
be.
about the satellite thing is if you came into like a certain area where there was, for instance, where there was a tree, right? Some trees shaded. Now, if you went down like a road where there's the thick trees coming down, and I should know, I would have to go down that road. When I'm saying I would time the time you went in and the time you came out the other end, right? Then I would go there and I would drive through that road and see how long it should have took you. Now, if it should have took you like 5 minutes and indeed you didn't come out for 20 or 25, it means you could have stopped in there. I mean, you could have been going slow. You could have dropped a cigarette and been trying to find it in your car. A lot of things could happen. But the point being is, I think you should have been out of there a lot sooner. So therefore, that area would need to be checked if we're talking about a missing person in, you know, in the mix of all these things, right?
Yeah, it could be.
Because it took you longer to come out of that particular area. So that could have been indeed why. And I did hear that law enforcement was checking the horse pond, right? So they could have had the same look at the law enforcement with Kylie. They said that they done checked up right where her vehicle was multiple times and did not find it. Like 3 or 4 times, right? Avengers with Purpose came in, bam, found it. Now that could be the same type of case, you know, with this particular scenario. It could have been that, you know, law enforcement seen it all, but they just couldn't find the evidence the way the other ones did. And the other ones didn't do it until, you know, like a year and a half later. There's been a lot of flooding up there and everything. A lot of that dirt has been washed away. And that's probably why, I mean, they just searched at the right time to find what was buried there, right?
Right.
I mean, you know, but law enforcement may also, and that might be why they're not talking about it, because, you know, on satellite, that vehicle was coming out of the Wells driveway, right? So that's even more information they got. I heard that you know, Hunter is, you know, saying some things and so forth and so on. You know, I will be covering that as well, because I think it is absolutely worth covering, right? What's going on in that aspect of the rim of life there.
Oh yeah.
But I brought this out tonight because I think this is even more important to Summer's case. Now, I'm sorry that Tiffany Marie cannot see. I'm so sorry she cannot see the value, you know, of all of this in Summer's case. I truly am. But I can see the value of this in Summer's case because we want to truly find Summer, right?
Right. And apparently
We want to truly find her.
it sounds like Danny had sent you, she emailed you the picture of the satellite.
Oh, girl, I'm going to go take a look-see at this.
You know. And yeah, it is heartbreaking. I mean, if Ronnie Lawson would just let people go back up there and do a research of the area, you know, it is a possibility that they might have missed Summer, you know.
I think that the sheriff is intentionally holding up and not releasing all the information because he is somehow involved through something else, right? The pieces are all coming together, like with the corruption with the son and within. I mean,
Yeah.
I
Hey,
don't think
Wisconsin
he's had a
mama.
chance because of all the corruption, but I just hope this all gets resolved. Spicy Watermelon's going to bed. There's
Okay.
only one and only Spicy Watermelon, Wisconsin mama, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. I'm
yeah. No, I
sorry
kept hearing my
again.
name, so it's really weird how I just woke up. I'm like, what? No.
It does seem like there's something on this.
Okay. Love you, girl.
Good
There
night,
does.
everybody. Good night. Bye.
Good night,
grandfather.
sweetheart. Good night. God bless.
Oh, did you get it?
I did get it, and it does look like there's some stuff on it. What I'm going to do is I'll bring it out tomorrow night. I'm sorry, everybody, but I have to blow it up, and I've got it. I'm going to enhance it for you. I'm going to take the original picture I got now, and I'll bring it out as well tomorrow. And then, but I'm going to take it and we're going to enhance it as much as we possibly can. And so we can get a clearer view of what we're seeing. It does look like some stuff's on it. Absolutely. It does look like someone it to me, let me go back and take a look at it. It looks to me like there is someone in front in front. It looks like possibly Summer. It looks possibly like Summer, and it looks like maybe Brandis or Candace going first, and maybe someone else. I think someone else may be carrying Summer through a wooded area.
Oh,
I
can't
don't
wait. I
know.
can't wait to see that.
I don't know. And also I got to check it to see if it's authentic.
Right.
I have to make sure it's authentic. I'll still bring it out no matter what. Even if it
Danny,
ain't
thank
authentic,
you.
I'll still bring it out.
Yeah, thank you for
But
sending that to
yeah,
PG.
I appreciate that, sweetheart.
And
I definitely will. I definitely will. Hey, Danny. Another thing I would like you to, if you could you send me the step-by-step of how you found that so that I can go and look for myself on the satellite? I would like to see it for myself on the satellite as well. So if you could lead me step by step of how you did that, I would so appreciate it. And I mean, the time, the day, the time, and the site that you got it from. If you could do that for me, and so I can go and also bring out the original. I will screenshot the original and bring it out as well, to show everybody that indeed this is authentic. If you could do that for me, I would surely appreciate it.
she says that I can take you on the map to find it yourself.
I
can take.
Okay.
She says,
Listen, Danny. Listen, Danny. If you can give me your phone number and a time tomorrow that I can possibly call you for you to lead me the steps through doing that would be great. It might be a lot easier for you to be able to tell me over the phone. And if you could do that, I would so appreciate it. I will definitely just give me a time to call you. And if I'm like I might be like 5 minutes early, 5 minutes late. My job requires me to pencil in things, and sometimes just let me know what time so I'll know how to change things around so I can actually make that phone call to you.
And
I would appreciate it.
Lindsay Smith, you are good. You are good in the chat. And welcome to PG's channel.
That's great, Danny. I can take you step by step. I so appreciate that. If you don't mind giving me your number, I would definitely in a good time tomorrow to call you anytime. I work during the day too, but I do get breaks. I mean, I can switch things around to where I'm able to make a phone call or two during the day. I can't be on the phone a long time, but I could, long enough to do this, I'm sure. If not, if it's better evening for you as well, anytime between 5 o'clock and 8, I'm always open 5 to 8. If you because all I'm doing at that time is cooking and chasing my kids around, or they're chasing me, however it goes that day. But but they ain't a whole lot, they between 5 and 8 is good for me. I'm a multitasker. I can go through all of that and cook and chase my kids and everything all at one time. Trust me.
Oh, you have to if you have children.
Oh yeah, girl. I'm gonna tell you something. You Dan, I'm gonna tell you today. Today I was cleaning. I was cleaning up the house. I was just like, after work, I was like, that is the one thing I have got to do is, make sure everything's back in place because I knew I was coming in here tonight because my son kept wanting me to not, bother with him and his cold. I don't blame him. You know how us moms are. Blow your nose, and here we are sticking a tissue up to their nose like they're not big enough to hold it themselves.
I know.
You
And
know
you're
what I'm
like,
saying?
blow. And
And
then they blow a little. And then you're like,
right,
blow
and
again and blow again.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And I'm sure that he thought I was going to, miss his other dose of medication, and I was like, no, we ain't going to. Don't you have to go in your life? I was like, not before you take this, you know. So, kids, they actually they're pretty smart, right? And
Right.
so and I just needed to get everything done up
Hey, Miss
because
Christine.
anyway, my daughter decides, she's going to jump in and pitch in and help me,
But that's
and
cool. That's cool, that they're involved in this,
hey girl, I love it, but I don't get me wrong, I do, and I so appreciate her help and everything like that, but oh Lord, I'm going to tell you, it takes a lot of patience, because like she wants everything where she wants it, and then I already have a place for everything, and me and her in a kitchen. I mean, like if we're doing a living room, like the living room, if she's vacuuming and I'm wiping everything down and stuff, we work out great. We work beautiful together in any other room, any other room. We make beds together and talk and sing and laugh and joke and pillow fight sometimes. And then you get the boys on it and they try to break your neck, right?
Right.
And but we do great. But when it comes to my kitchen, oh Lord, I'm like, I'm ready to chase her out with a broom and she don't even know it yet, right?
Right.
She's like, I promise you my glasses are where the plates were supposed to be, and the plates are like, I don't even know where the plates are. So
But I bet you know where your tin of brownies are, though.
hey girl, they're right here. They're in my
Yeah.
office. I made
Yeah.
sure I brought them to my office. I put
So,
them on my desk. I'm like,
Lisa Miller is waiting for a brownie from PG.
hey girl, all I can send is virtual, but I would send you real ones if I could. Right?
I think I would send the real ones too, and then we all would eat them the night that PG's coming up, and
Amen.
it would
Amen.
be like party time.
I tell you, this is how Candace was looking when this is the way she was looking when Tiffany Marie was on panel 2, right here. She's like
No, I don't think
wait,
Tiffany.
there you
Tiffany
go.
was more like
She blew Tiffany Marie a kiss, right?
Tiffany
She
was
said,
more like, I'm right, you're wrong, end of story. That's
I
her
mean,
attitude. I'm right,
you know,
you're wrong.
let me tell you, if law enforcement did not have open minds, no case would ever be solved, right?
Yeah.
No case would ever be solved if law enforcement didn't learn how to have open minds. They, actually, none of us would ever progress in life if we didn't have open minds, right? I mean, what I'm saying is, how many times in your life did you see someone doing something you've been doing for a long time the fucking hard way and you didn't know it was that easy till you saw them doing it?
Right.
And now you do it that way. Why do you do it that way? Because you had an open mind you could have said, well, that really isn't the easiest way. My way is much better. And you could have kept doing it the hard way, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't, because you had an open mind that was willing to say, hey, you know what? This could work. And you try it. It did. And you said, damn, it is easier. And this is the way I'm going to do it from now on. And what is that called? That's called progress, because you had an
Exactly.
open mind. Well, Tiffany, that's why she probably don't get a lot of progress, right? Because she doesn't know how to keep an open mind, and that things could be so much easier if she would just give it a chance. I mean, she heard the guy talking, which he basically just told us that it was the fucking horse pond where Summer was, right?
Right.
I mean, he screwed up and told us the area. We didn't have to fight to get that one.
Well-
Then, and it looks like the area, right?
It does.
It looks like the area. And then, we basically heard the phone call from the police saying, oh, well, that's why we didn't know, because it's out of my jurisdiction. It's that case. And he said that case, which means there's a case, is over in this other place, right?
Yeah.
So there you go. And the other place wanted all the information from you, but they wasn't giving you shit, right? So there you go. Means body has not been identified. It's a John or Jane Doe. Until they're able to identify it and tell the family first, then they don't have to share shit with us, right?
Right. Right.
And they're keeping it on the low.
They are.
And I also, like I said, there's been a lot of talk out here that that Summer's case is still very hot. There's been talk that they're about to come down with some kind of prosecution or something here soon. And that led us, and we've just been hearing that the last few weeks, right?
Right.
So basically there you go. That has led us to, now with all of this, we know why that, the higher ups, because I came on here one night and I told you guys the higher ups was above TBI and them was talking about something coming down in the Wells case, right? And
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was. I just heard that it's supposed to be happening. And I was upset because, I've heard so much other crap and I was getting frustrated. But now we have this, and that is very likely why they're telling us, they're telling us that shit is about to happen. Now, do I believe that this company done something that, law enforcement couldn't do? No. I don't think that they did something law enforcement couldn't do, Tiffany Marie. What
But
I
I
think
did
they
read
did,
that-
I think they did exactly what law enforcement did do, only they did it a year and a fucking half later. Like, law enforcement did it then, they did it now, and they went searching like law enforcement did at the time they seen everything, but the body was under dirt and everything, and they didn't find it. Now, these people did it just recently. They went out there and they found what law enforcement couldn't find, due to the fact, like I said, shit had been washed away and stuff was sticking above the ground. And there, boom, it was, right?
Right. And
I mean, if Wisconsin mama goes out into her yard and she plants some tulip bulbs, right? And then I go visit her and I say, look at her flower garden, and I don't see nothing, right?
yeah.
I don't see anything. Well, that doesn't mean nothing's there. The point being is I didn't see it because it takes till springtime to see it. Bam. Now, if somebody goes visits her house, you know, around Easter, springtime, bam, they're going to see what I didn't see.
Right.
There you go. And that's the case of the scenario here.
Yeah. I agree, Miss Christine. I don't think anybody has talked to H's girlfriend's mom. She's asking if anybody talked to H's girlfriend's mom. No, I don't think anybody has.
Sarah Lee said, Candace, like, hey, bad girl, how about a kiss?
Oh, ick, Sarah, ick. Gross.
That's what she's saying to Tiffany.
Oh, yeah. Tiffany can go kiss her.
She gonna give that bad girl a kiss.
Yeah.
Make her day better, right?
Yeah.
Maybe her night.
Well, I mean, like, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful, but you know, this is my family over here too. And when you start throwing the F-bomb at my family in chat, you're gonna get the F-bomb right back at you.
I'm gonna tell you, I was trying to give her, well, she wasn't at the chat. She was talking to Sarah Lee, and I know Sarah Lee. I know Sarah Lee, that shit ain't gonna, you know, that shit is just gonna go off her back she's a very strong lady.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, that shit's gonna just go over her back like fucking water over a duck's back, right? I wasn't worried about that. I was, you know, because I know how Tiff is with Summer and everything, and I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying is, me and Tiffany, you know, we had our issues and everything, and you know, I do want to work with the creators. I do want them to come together for these missing children. And Tiff seemed like, you know, when she turned on Jody Sue, she was changing she was going down a different path, right? That's what I thought anyway. I thought maybe, you know, hey, this chick has seen the light. She knows now who she should have always been for. This is show her to be for the children from now on. And, you know, and now she's, you know, she's on our side. She's with us where the kids are concerned. But then, and I had no idea, I promise y'all, I had no idea she was over there with, you know, with Benny Keys and sharing them, or I would have kicked her when she first came up. It would have been like, look, we don't support fucking, you know, people that, in my opinion, baby killers like Leilani and, you know, and certainly not grandmas that want to protect that worthless bitch, right? I mean, I know it's her daughter. And, you know, and I just hope in the future, if you know, I hope to God I don't ever run into nothing like this. But I certainly hope in the future, if I ever had to make that type of decision, I make the right one. And that's to swift kick my fucking child right in the ass into the middle of the street and let whoever's out there have them, right?
Right.
Because I'm going to tell you something. You don't ever do anything to hurt a damn child. And if you can hurt a child, you ain't of me anyway, right? You are not of me. You are not of me, because you know what? I am of God and his son, Jesus Christ, walking the right path, trying to do the right thing. And therefore, don't tell me that you're a part of me when you ain't doing the same thing. When you ain't doing righteously, don't try to tell me that that you're part of me, because you're not. You're not.
No.
You know, I would tell that child, you are no longer my family. You are no longer my family.
Yeah. I think that, and this is just my opinion, I think Tiffany needs to stick with just Tiffany. She needs to quit YouTube hopping to find, you know, to be with another creator. Tiffany needs to stick with Tiffany. That's what I
Yeah.
think.
You know, these children, what people don't understand is, it don't have to be your child to love it, right? It
Right.
doesn't ever have to be your child to love it. I mean, I know so many children, that ain't mine. And I do love them. I do care about them. They're not mine, but I love those kids. There's a lot of just human beings in the world. They're not my brother, my sister, my aunt, my uncle. They're nothing to me, but I love them.
Yeah.
I care and I love them, and I want to make sure they're okay and doing good all the time. You don't have to be related to be family. You do not have to be blood related to be family. Now, I do think that blood is thicker than water. Yes, I do think that blood counts when it comes to like Summer and Donald Wells. I think his daughter should have meant more to him than protecting Candace Wells, if indeed Candace did what we believe she might have done to his daughter.
Yes.
I think his blood should have came first when it comes, because that's your child, man. How can you turn your back? And Donald wants to talk about, he wants to talk about the Bible and everything. He wants to talk about all these good things. But I have to tell Donald that God watched over his son the whole time he was here. And all his son had to do is, holler out to his father as he did on the cross, and he was back up in heaven, right?
Right.
He
Right.
he was ready to roll.
Yeah.
I mean, what I'm saying is, the point being is, that's a father's love right there. That's real father's love. Donald Wells don't have it.
No.
He wants to talk about how much, he loves the Bible and everything, buddy. But, if you want to get close to God, then you should be an example, to your Lord, by showing God that, you're as good a dad as he was to Jesus to your child, right?
Right.
That you
Yep.
wouldn't let anyone hurt it. And if they did hurt it, then you're not going to stand for it. You're not going to
Exactly.
stand for it. Like, everybody, every sinner that put Jesus on that cross and doesn't repent and say how sorry they are for putting Jesus on that cross for them, is going to hell. That's just a fact, right? That's just a fact. If you are not saved through the blood of Jesus Christ, you are going to Hades at the end of time, or whenever your end of time comes. You're gone. You're not making it to the better place, because God gave his only begotten son, so whoever so believes in him shall have eternal life, right?
Right.
And the point being is Don Wells, he ain't being as good a dad as God was to Jesus. God said, look, if you don't repent, you don't see the gift that, myself and my son gave to you, you're out of here. You ain't going to have eternal life at all, except in hell. Well, the point being is, Don Wells, you were supposed to take up for your daughter. You were supposed to be the dad that took up for your daughter, and you're supposed to told Candace, if you're not going to be good to my child that was good to you and done nothing wrong to you, you're the hell out of here, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, like, I wouldn't have kept her around if she was,
You're out of here.
doing
But
that.
no, he didn't say you're out of here.
No.
He said, ha ha ha, I'll just sit around and play fucking games with you. And
Yeah, but he got his boys out of there.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He did ask for his boys to be taken away.
Mm-hmm.
He really did. And I think that, he felt his boys were better off
I
somewhere
think he
else.
thought his boys were in danger being around their mother.
Well, I think that Donald realized when Summer got gone that him or Candace wasn't good for any of the children. That he
Yeah.
had to work. He had a drug and alcohol problem
Yeah.
and working all the time where he couldn't watch them. And I think he realized that Candace just was a piece of shit that could not watch him as well,
Right.
and wasn't ever going to straighten her life out to be able to watch him. And
agree.
I think he wanted to give them a better life, a better opportunity, even if that meant sending them somewhere else to get it, right?
Right. So
And
you have a question. It says, Wisconsin Mama, ask PG to explain red truck BS to Lindsay. No. Are you talking about Teresa? What are you talking about? Because wasn't the red truck like X'd off after Robin put it on the missing poster, and then didn't they X it off, put a big red X on it?
is she talking about when Robin put the big X over the truck?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, what happened in that, for one, there was this red truck. There was this red truck that was over around in the yard sale area the day this lady was having a yard sale. It could have been that the red truck, it could have been that particular red truck was indeed thinking about, buying something at the yard sale or something, like some people, some people, like me, for instance, I'll go past the yard sale and, like it's called like, scavenger hunting, right? I'll go by and like visually scavenger hunt to see, what they got out there first, right? And then
Yeah.
sometimes I have to go, I think I saw something, so I go back around the block and I look again, right? Because with COVID and all this stuff going on, the last thing you want is to be getting out of your vehicles, running your kids around people, and running your children around people, or even yourself, because if you get something, you're packing it back to your family anyway, right? So you want to make sure there's something there that you want, right? And before you go up there, I mean, you want to see what they have, and then if you see something that catches your eye, then you get out and you go have a closer look, right? And a lot of times it's like used cars. They look good from the road and you get up there and oh my God, now you see why. They're only asking a certain price, right?
Right.
Look like you got to push the damn thing home. But, that and that red truck seriously could have been doing that. Now, I think Jody Sue said something about that red truck because she done heard about it being at the yard sale, to be perfectly honest with you. Do I believe it was ever even over on Ben Hill Road? Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely not. And Jody Sue said, I could tell you the man that was in it. Well, I'm sure Candace described the man that was in it, right? And then Jody Sue says, and Jody Sue, from what Candace's description, Jody Sue would not have been able to have, because they offered to get an artist for her to, sketch this man for everyone to see, right?
Yeah.
Well,
free
she
at
didn't.
cost.
She didn't ever do it
No.
because she didn't see no man. She didn't see no man. So, and she knew the minute that she fucked it all up, Candace gonna come out and say that wasn't him.
Yeah.
And then she's busted, right? Because Candace did see him. And, so, and the lady at the yard sale seen him as well. That does not mean he was stalking anybody. She's having a yard sale, damn it. Maybe he was looking for antiques or, who knows. But he did leave and they had never saw him again. So, he was just happened to be in that area that particular yard sale day, which was, prior to Summer ever coming up missing. And like Mr. Dobbs, prior to Summer ever coming up missing, but they still wanted to try to blame Mr. Dobbs, right?
Right. Blue eyes.
I think that Jody Sue, said she saw a red truck and a flash of red and all this shit because she already knew about the yard sale thing.
Yeah.
I don't think there was. And then she said it wasn't a truck. It was a car. Then she said it wasn't a car. It was just like flash of red. Jody Sue has been stringing and fucking people along from day one. I personally talked to law enforcement about Jody Sue. And basically what they told me was she says a bunch of shit. And even when they go to question her, she lets them know it's no fucking law against lying and what are they going to do about it. So she's saying whether it be true or not, what she's telling them is it's not true. It's just bullshit. And then to the point they don't even want to go up there and fucking speak to her any longer.
Well,
because
I have watched a psychiatrist that had watched her. And her theory was that Jody Sue was hurt as a child and she was hurt as an adult. And this is why she talks the way she does. No rhyme or reason, and comes up with a bunch of lies for attention. It was very interesting.
Right. I'm going to tell you something. Dawn, I don't think Dawn and Grandis did what they did for Candace. I think Dawn and Grandis did what they did for the sake of the boys. I think Donald wanted to keep the rest of his family intact at the time he made a bad decision. He didn't think they'd take his boys away. He's like, my daughter's gone. Helen ain't going to bring her back. It's just going to tear everything apart. Well, he didn't foresee everything being tore apart anyway. And I don't think Grandis seen everything being tore apart like that as well. And if you took note, once the boys were gone, Grandis was gone. That tells us that she was there mainly for the kids, not for her daughter anyway. And, and then, Dawn and Candace, to be honest with you, even he, as we saw coming down before he went to jail, we all seen how tired he was getting of Candace's fucking ass as well, right? Without his kids and everything going the way it, the way it had been going for years, because he didn't mind putting up with the bullshit when he had his children and so much to live for. But she kind of like, I mean, Donald's not a dummy. She kind of like, she kind of like made him lose everything, right? Everything that he had gone. And he's kind of fed up with her ass. He really is fed up with her ass. And
he is, and he should be.
And, I know they were up on the hill burning the shit out of all kinds of stuff. Now, could it be because of this place here and what they have found? Could it be, due to this place right here sticking their nose into things, and now Candace and Donald know that the body has been found up here, in this
and
area.
investigation and told them, you better get over there. There's something to this. And so they did. And Tennessee Bureau of Investigation showed up
Yeah,
with
there is
Larry's
something
team was
to it.
there. And they were you. Secondly, I want
But
you to
as you can
thank you.
see,
I've got these
know.
these pictures of satellite. And so
and look at
and we'll have a lot. And he just
look at
ran
the
out of
dress
time.
the
He had
baby's
some other
got
things
on.
he had to.
I promise you, this article of clothing looks very damn familiar to me. And I'm sure I thought I seen it in one of them pictures. I've got a mind like, I like a steel trap, right?
Yep.
I mean, everybody knows PG don't forget shit. I mean, I wrap it off like that if I know it. And that article of clothing right here, at some point I'm going to put my finger to where I seen this. But I thought it was one of Candace's pictures. And so, what I'm saying is they're up there burning the shit out of all. I mean, I heard they had a bonfire and a half going on. Like out of control burning shit. Right after Donald got out of jail. I mean, this dude didn't even get to sit down that fire started up.
So,
And I mean, what the hell would they have up there to burn like that?
I don't know. I have one more question, PG, and then I'm going to get down. So there's been a creator that has not been on YouTube for 5 days. I'm wondering if
Daisy?
no.
Oh, she
Cam
hasn't
and
been on
Allie.
curfew.
They haven't been on for 5 days. I'm wondering if they're not up hitting Don up.
I don't know. I have no. Cam was the biggest pucker upper to the Wells. I hate to say it, he was more shameful than Benny Keys, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Benny really kissed up to him, even on his live. If anybody talks about Summer, they got booted or blocked, right?
Right.
So,
I just, because I just found it funny that they haven't been on.
oh yes, Daisy's okay. Daisy's beautiful.
Yeah. I was just, I mean, it's kind of something that I kind of thought about because they haven't been on for 5 days. They haven't been on since Don got out. I'm just wondering if
And
maybe...
somebody said Cam just had a death in the family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did lose somebody. He was real worried about this one brother. He had a brother. He said that actually he introduced to drugs, and he was scared that this brother's going to end up ODing.
I see. Okay.
They were trying to work with the brother to get him straight. I don't know. Is he the one that passed away or no?
I don't know.
Somebody in here, Pam. Is he the brother that passed away recently? Did he die? I know somebody. I remember him talking about somebody passing away. I don't know.
Well,
He had one brother. He had one brother
that.
that did. I think he had one brother that did die from ODing, and he has another brother. I guess their own mother introduced him to drugs, from my understanding.
Well,
Do I got that correct, Pam? Is that correct that that the mother was the one that introduced them to drugs, and then Cam introduced his little brother? I mean, I have seen family.
Somebody's saying his stepfather passed away, and
Oh.
then he was worried about his brother too.
Okay.
But Pam is saying stepfather.
Okay. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
Um,
that's sad. That's very sad news.
yeah, it is. It's hard to lose people.
It is. It is.
Anyway, you know, um, I know a lot of family that do, they do that. Misery loves company. Misery loves company. I mean, you know, I wouldn't offer my child any type of substance, even if I did use any type of substance, right? Because as a parent, you got to want better for your children.
Yeah,
And hell,
exactly.
if you're using a substance, then if you're using a substance, then you know how fucked up it is, right? You know how much it costs us to keep that habit up, and why you don't have other stuff. You know, you know all about it. You know how ran down and it does your body, right? I mean, you know how skinny and ugly, and I mean, drugs take a toll. I mean, you take somebody, a young teen or young adult, and I mean, a couple years of doing drugs, and they look like they're 50. They look
Yeah.
like they look like they've done. They look like they're 50 years old, right? They look like the fucking Grim Reaper just
Well, and not only that,
touched
but
their shoulder.
the things that it does to the inside of your body, also.
Well,
You know.
I don't know about the inside, but I know the outside be looking like hell. So if the
Mm.
outside look like that, I can only imagine what the inside's looking like, right?
Well, yeah, and I
I
have
mean,
known
people that
some.
pick garbage look in better health than they do.
Yeah.
So I'm like, whoa, this ain't good at all right there.
No.
But
No.
what I'm saying is, if you notice stuff, why in the hell would you ever offer it to anyone else? I mean, I would think that if you're a drug addict, you wouldn't offer your worst enemy drugs. You would tell them, stay the hell away from this shit.
I
Take a look at
know,
me,
but
man. This is reason to this is the reason you don't want to do that shit, right?
right, right.
But
And
and
it's
they got big old
sometimes,
sores on their face, and
sometimes when
it's
they
crazy.
just try it one time, they're absolutely hooked on it. And it's sad that they tried it the one time.
It's not always by choice. A lot of times, it's by coaching.
Oh yeah,
And
peer
it's not
pressure.
by choice. What I'm saying is, you would be surprised at how many teenagers get put in a situation that they don't feel they have a choice, right?
Right,
They because what I'm saying is, when you're with your little friends, and they're all hitting this goody good, and all of a sudden they hold it out to you, right? They hold it out to you. Now, you might say that's by choice if the person took it, but sometimes it's by force, because see, and the inside of that child and the inside of that teenager feels like, if they don't do it, they're not going to be accepted in that group.
right,
And so they didn't feel that choice. They didn't
right.
feel that choice.
Yeah, it's
If you're a grown ass adult, if you're a grown ass adult, and somebody offers it, and you go ahead and take it, well, that's on you. But what I'm saying is, a lot of it's peer pressure, from when you're younger. It's peer
yeah,
pressure, and that's how a lot of these kids get messed up, right? They get messed up because they want to be like the crowd. They want to be cool like everybody else is cool. They want to be accepted. And that ain't choice. That's stupid. That's stupid, because they didn't have parents that what I'm saying is, most people are followers, not leaders. They
mm-hmm.
didn't have parents that taught them to lead. I mean, what I'm saying is, you know they didn't teach that child to say, I don't think so. You guys want to do that shit, do it. I got to go anyway. I don't want to
Yeah.
be a part of this shit. And, and then that might make others in that group that felt peer pressured to walk off as well and now start hanging with you because you had enough ass to stand up for oneself.
Right.
But, that
Yeah.
don't happen very often. That don't happen very often because,
So,
most parents don't teach them that.
Fishing with Bryant. I'm so sorry. I apologize from the bottom of my heart that I cannot give you my brownie recipe. No, I can't. That's top secret.
I'm so sorry, Sarah Lee. I'm sorry. I had so many good people in my life that yeah, drugs took them. A lot of people don't know that about PG, but yeah,
I had some
I've been
cases.
there. I've been there, hon, and
Mhm.
and I have watched, like, I had a girlfriend, man, she could have been a model. She was so freaking beautiful. She had that emerald hair. She had these beautiful, beautiful eyes. Just the prettiest thing you ever seen.
Congratulations, Colleen.
She really did look like, she looked like an angel. She could have been a model. And I mean, perfect teeth in her mouth. She was just really freaking beautiful. And I, sad to say that, drugs took her out. She's gone now. She left beautiful children behind, a husband, her beautiful kids. But she got with this guy that, this guy, she really loved him, got with him. He started pimping her out for their drugs and, and yeah, before you knew it, she was gone. And it's just a really heartbreaking situation, and I seen so many other young people, besides her that have lost their lives to drugs. Absolutely.
I have seen drugs completely destroy a whole family.
I promise you, Wisconsin Mama, it was like a 5 or 6 year span, that I watched, and I mean, it was like they were just falling dead. They were just falling dead around me. It seemed like,
Yeah.
I mean, tons of people I knew forever just dropping over. I mean, I wake up and, hey, did you hear so and so's gone? What? And or I get, ready to go to bed, ring, ring, ring. Hey, listen. No, yeah, and it just got to the point that you can't take it no more. The girl
No,
I
you
was telling
can't.
the girl I was telling you about, her sister had died shortly before off of drugs. She died shortly after that. And that's at a point when you have to say, I'm out of this, I'm out of this fucked up bullshit life. And
Yeah.
there's got to be something way better than this in the world. And it's time to take off the teenage, young adult, childhood shit and get on some adulthood for good. Get
Mhm.
educated, make something of your life so that you can have something to give your children when you bring them into this world, right? And everything starts with you. I mean, everything does start with you. Like, you want people to love you. Well, you got to first learn to love people. You start loving people, they'll
Right,
love you back.
PG, and yeah.
But the big thing is you got to love yourself first. You got to love you. You got to be able to look in the mirror
Yeah.
and say, hey,
Yeah.
I love you. And I'm going to do the
Yes.
best for you, mentally, physically, every aspect in every way. I'm going to do for me spiritually. Spiritually is real important
You know,
because
and I never looked at that. I mean, like, I never looked at, like, you got to do you first, you know.
girl, you do. If you ain't
But
happy with you, you can't be happy with anyone else. All you're going to do is make everybody around you miserable if you're a
right.
miserable person,
And,
right?
when I got in my 50s, it was like, enough is enough. You know, I can't do this anymore. I wasn't on drugs, but I was like, I just can't do this anymore. I got to do me. I only have one life to live, and I have to do me.
Amen. And
You
I'm going
know,
to tell you, Wisconsin Mama, I was at the hospital one night. And they brought somebody in. They brought someone in over, put them behind a curtain. And I seen how bad, they had OD'd. And I seen how, horrible they treated that human being, as they were like not even wanting to care. And me and another guy and some of us that were, there and waiting for the doctors and so forth, we banded together and started complaining. How you going to act like this? We're not going to tolerate. We'll go to another hospital. We don't want to. We ain't going to be here if that's how going to treat someone. We don't care if they're on drugs. Point being is they need your help. You took an oath to help everyone the same,
yes.
not be biased. And anyway, they straightened up. Started treating her with some kindness. They put the charcoal, whatever, did all the stuff that needed to be done.
Yeah.
And and she did pull through. She did. There was a lot of us that, made it our business to know this information. But, point being is, the point being is after all of that, she did go to rehab. She did try to straighten her life out and stuff. And just think, how they treated her wasn't righteous. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know, they can't predict her future. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're something in your past don't mean you're going to be that in your future.
Exactly.
And their job ain't to be judging people. Their job is to make sure she has a future, a future to have that chance to do exactly what this girl was trying to do later. So,
Right.
just because you fuck up don't mean you're always going to be a fuck up, right?
Right. And I know, I have relatives that are alcoholics, and they've
Hey,
gone to treatment.
Tricia.
And that was 25 years ago. But they
Right.
still go. They still go to AA,
Mm-hmm.
and for you to go
Sometimes
to
you have to.
I mean, if you go for 25 years and you're still going,
Right.
that still means that you need that support from the other people yet. And
Well,
there's no shame in that.
people think that, you can go to these AA meetings, for a few months and you're all good now. No.
Oh,
Because
no.
see, alcoholism, and once you have alcoholism, you have it's like it is a disease. It's like forever. And
Yeah.
even though you're on the wagon, as they so-called say, you're on the wagon.
Yeah.
And this is for alcohol, drugs, anything else. Just because you're on the wagon doesn't mean that you don't need. It's like God's children. It doesn't mean that you don't need to congregate. You congregate to keep the strength to keep going and to stay on that wagon, right? Just like
Right.
the righteous path. You congregate with one another to stay on that because everyone congregating together gives everyone the strength, the faith, courage, and all the things they need to keep walking that righteous path.
Yeah.
That's why,
Yeah.
God's children are called a family, right? They're called brothers and sisters. They're all a big family that support one another. And that's what AA meetings do as well.
Yeah.
And if you ain't drank in 10 years, trust me, you will get the urge to pop that bottle open and just have a drink, right?
Oh,
and
yeah.
sometimes, you need that extra support, to say, to keep you from doing it. When you go into a grocery store, and you head through past the liquor department, you might get that urge to pick up a bottle, but you got that safety net to say no. You run to that safety net. You see all your friends and stuff. They're doing great. They're on the wagon. They're not dropping off, and you say, "Hey, I'm glad I didn't buy it." Or if you did, you trash it when you get home and don't even open it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
that's a beautiful thing, right? That's a
It
beautiful
is.
thing.
It is. And and everybody has a story. Everybody has a
Amen.
story. And
Absolutely.
and we are here to support you. You know, we are here to
Amen.
support you. If you need help, we're here to support you. If
Speaking
you
of support, there's Trish, and she just gave me a super on chat. Says, PG, I've been clean for 15 years from pain meds. I give thanks to God. Love you. Oh, girl, I love you
Oh,
too. I love you too. And amen. You know what? That's what I tell people. We can't do it alone, right? We can't do it alone.
no, we
And we're
can't.
not doing it alone when we got God, right? When we got God, we got everything. And we know we don't have to do it alone then, right?
Right.
Absolutely not. He's
Right.
always walking with us. And as long as he's walking with us, we're going
Yeah,
to make it through, right?
that's
Amen.
right.
There you
Amen to
go.
that.
There you go, girl.
All right. Well,
I am so proud of you, Trisha. I am so proud.
oh,
God bless.
there's a whole bunch of girls in the group here tonight that I am very proud of you to come as far as that you have, you know, and still stay sober and still stay clean. I mean, I know it can't be easy, but one day at a time. That's what you can do, one day at a time.
Amen, Ronald. He said it starts with that man in the mirror to really
Yeah,
make that change.
it does.
Amen. Michael Jackson, you got that right.
Yeah,
Sweet, sweet.
yeah. All right, well, PG, I'm gonna step down. I gotta get to bed here. So,
All right, girl.
thank you for
I'm gonna be
thank you for an
following you out.
exciting night.
Hey, girl. I really appreciate you coming up on panel tonight with me
Yeah,
and and supporting, so not just supporting PG and all these kids, but that chat as well.
yeah. I
You
I won't put up
really
with
stood
that.
with us like real family, and
Yeah,
and I absolutely appreciate that. I really didn't want to make bad with Tiffany Marie, because actually, to be honest with you, I did start to kind of like her. I really
I
did.
don't even know her.
I don't overly know her. I just,
No,
I'm gonna tell you, I don't know what really has went on in Tiff's life, went on in her life. I
right.
think that, I don't think she's ever had any real friends. I think the friends she has, or she didn't need no enemy type people. And I think that, she is really seeking something, but she's not going to ever find it if she doesn't, take that wall down a little bit. She's got this wall. And if she doesn't drop that wall a little bit and stop being so you know um
But she gets
Tiffany
defensive.
is my way or the highway, and that ain't the way it is, hon. It's a
Right.
two-way street out there, it ain't my way or the highway. It's meet me halfway, hon.
Yeah,
Meet
you
me
have to have an
halfway.
open mind. You know,
Absolutely.
when
We
I come
have
up
to.
here, I have to have an open mind.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely. Um
So
I mean, look at, I don't think God puts anyone, where they don't belong. What I'm saying is, we all came together here on this channel, and, we wouldn't have ever, how else would God ever, put us together in any other way? Because we're all from all over different places. How else
right.
could he ever put us together if not this way? You know what I'm saying? So he used this way to put us all here, and look at us. We're all friends. We all care about one another. We all
Yeah.
care about these missing children. We all have a lot more in common, than we ever thought we would, right? We all have so
Right.
much in common. I mean, same shit, different day, right? We all have
Mhm.
it in common. And the point being is, none of us are any better than the others. And we all do stay open minded, even PG is, I know, sometimes I get a little rowdy, I think I might have ADHD or something like that. Never was diagnosed. I'm not for sure what the hell I got, but, I know I could be, a little sparky once in a while. And, but, the point being is, people, good people understand why you're being sparky. And, like tonight, I didn't want to be sparky, but I had to end up being sparky, right? Because I had no other, Tiffany wasn't leaving me no other chance, no other alternative but to be what I was tonight. And,
Oh, I
and
knew it was coming.
and that's what, that's what I love about this chat is, something, we're not troublemakers. We all love one another, and we love ourselves. I believe we really do. And and I believe that that's why God's put us together, is because we understand what it's like to be, to be attacked like we were tonight by Tiffany.
Yeah.
And we had to shut that shit down, right? We had
Right.
to, I mean, we're all strong. Everybody here is strong as hell. I know. I watched the chat. I watched my people in here. And and just like Sweet Norway, look how far she's come by being with us, right? Look how
Mhm.
far she has really
She's come a
become
long way.
the strong lady that, the strong lady she once was, and she forgot how to be. But
Yep.
she's come back now, hasn't she? And she's came back strong. And I say God bless. And that, and that's what we do here. Now, if Tiffany don't want to come and and join the crowd of beautifulness and understanding, then she just needs to take that fucking ass and go somewhere else with it, right?
Oh yeah.
Because we don't put up with that shit here. Absolutely not. I'm
Yeah,
going to
we're
tell
not
you,
flip floppers over here.
the one thing that we do, the one thing that we do here, the one thing that we do is we understand and care about one another. And
Definitely.
we don't, here's our motto over here. Our motto in this chat is, don't come doing to us what you don't want us doing to you. If you do not want us
Exactly.
coming over there doing that shit to your chat and to your up on your panel, don't come over here and do. When I go to Tiffany, she wants me to come with the utmost respect for her, and having utmost respect for her is having the utmost respect for her chat as well, right? For her whole
Exactly.
panel. And and don't come over here fucking disrespecting us. Don't come
Right.
over here trying to do what you wouldn't tolerate someone else doing to you.
Well, did
That's
she
what I'm
think she was
saying.
gonna come over here and she was gonna have your chat absolutely agree with everything that she was
Well,
saying?
no.
No.
My chat's not going to do that, because my chat loves Summer, and my chat fully understood that we did not know if this stuff was true or not. We was hearing it's false, it's true, it's false, it's true.
Right.
And what Tiffany didn't understand, but all of our chat does, is our chat understood is we go that extra step, right? They understood that, hey, PG, with the help of all of us, is going to go that extra step. We're going to do everything we can, which that means send PG emails letting her know that this is going on out there. Talk to PG through Facebook saying, hey, did you see this or did you hear that? And then PG is going to take it from there, and PG is going to say, hey, you wanting this stuff researched? I'm going to, on my time, I'm
Yep.
going to get it done. When God leads me to it, he's going to lead us through it. So he led me to it today.
Yes, he did.
And he led us through it, right? And what we found
Exactly.
out was law enforcement like the lawman said, hey, this ain't our case. This belongs to TBI and somebody else.
Yeah.
It does exist, but it's not here. It's out of my jurisdiction. So I go there. What I hear there was, give me all your information. We're going to check, because you're calling in about something we're trying to get information on. Some Jane or John Doe. How do you even hearing about this? And, and they don't want to give me anything. And they're going to send my shit to a higher up now. What the fuck? I mean,
Yeah.
that might have been a stupid phone call. But, it is what it is. And I'm going to tell you something. I'd do it again for summer. I'd do it again, and I don't give a damn.
Oh yeah.
Because finding this
I would
baby,
too.
is the most important thing to all of us.
But
And I
I-
said from the very beginning, what did I say, Wisconsin Mama? God put us together. He used Summer to put a beautiful army together for Summer that would
Exactly.
be for her, to bring her to the light, make her shine, and get answers that possibly, I know no YouTubers ever solved a case, but hey, there's a first time for everything, right?
There is.
And we're working our asses off. I mean, okay, so this tail spins, and it was, a run around the bush, per se. They got a John or Jane Doe that they're, might come out later, and it don't have anything to do with Summer's case. Well, thank God it don't. Right?
Right.
Thank God it don't. But right now, it's looking like it does. And when it looked like it does, we have to go down that dark alley and find out, we got to find out where the hell the light is. We got to pull it, go down that dark alley and figure out how we're going to get it pulled and back into the light, right?
Right.
We whether it be truth or not truth, we got to drag it out into the light. I mean, that's what we do. And I'm going to be honest, for summer, we will go down the darkest fucking alleys known to man and pull that shit to the light.
Deepest rabbit hole to
Absolutely.
find out.
We will do whatever it takes for this baby. And I'm going to tell you something. Tiffany wasn't doing everything it took to pull Summer's little self into the light after she got thrown into the dark. She's over there housing Jody Sue, right?
Mm-hmm. And
So
now
I don't want to hear
Cher,
that shit. And right now
Benny
she's on shares
Keys,
housing two more fucking criminals. Two
Yeah.
more fucking criminals. She's housing.
Because she cannot.
Instead of Quentin,
Yep.
she's over there housing fucking criminals. We don't do that.
She just needs to find her place instead of hopping from YouTuber to YouTuber. Be yourself, Tiffany. Quit running to these other channels. And then I just want to say to all the other creators out there that would like to come over to PG's, you are more than welcome, as long as you can show respect. Because you found out what happened to Tiffany tonight. Might happen to you too.
I don't think the problem is what's going on in Tiffany Marie's life. I think it's what's going on inside her brain and bank account.
Well,
you got that right, Molly.
Yeah.
You absolutely got
She
that
does.
right.
All right,
Pam
PG,
says,
I'm gonna
stay
say
safe,
goodnight,
everyone.
though.
God bless you all.
Yeah, bless you
Prayers,
too.
love, strong
Love you
together.
guys.
Amen.
Love my family. Have a
Hey,
good night.
I love you too, Wisconsin Mama. God bless and much, much love.
Yeah, much love to you too. Good night.
All right, sweetie. Yeah. Well, like I said, we don't ever know what's going to happen, right? When we come together here, we have no idea where it's going each night. That's the exciting thing, right? Upon this panel is you don't know. I have no idea. I come in here with content and plan on, I always tell myself I'm going to stay level headed and I'm going to, try my best to, you know, to do God's will, not PG's will. Um, when I come in with everything, but sometimes, um, God's will, I guess, is running off the devil, right? I guess his will is to run off the devil sometimes. And I guess that's what Tiffany got tonight. Ran off. So, it is what it is. It just shows you that, people, I don't know why she come over here to start shit because, personally, I thought we were cool. But, I mean, guess not, right? You gotta really, you got to be a super true friend to absorb, the bullshit sometimes, even if, and what I'm saying is, even if I'm in Tiffany's and people are, not saying what PG would like for them to say, it's okay because I say, hey, this is America. God bless you, man, if you're speaking your mind. Everyone has, when I see people, whether they like me or they dislike me, when I see people speaking their minds, I say, God bless, God bless them exercising their freedom of speech. It's something that, amazes me. I love to see people, whether it's negative or not, exercise their freedom of speech. You know what I'm saying? This is America, man. But, what I'm saying is that's why, I like I said, when I go on someone's panel, I usually have the utmost respect for them, right? I have the utmost respect while I'm there. I'm not there to cause any problems. And if problems start coming down, then I just, excuse myself off the panel because, that's the righteous thing to do. I'm not there to, stir up strife. And it is what it is. And I've been on some panels that, I could have really went off at. I mean, I did go to Daisy's once to confront well, I didn't go there to confront um Cam. I was actually in a chat to support Daisy, and Cam made a snore remark about me. So then I went up on the panel to confront him, right? He didn't need to be acting like that. I mean, what did I ever do to you, man? And that's after he was over here and I thought we hashed things out, and he has this deep-seated fucking hate that he can't get over. Well, that's not my problem, that's his, right? But at that time I didn't really understand that, I all I was understanding is, I was in the chat and he was made a snarl ass comment about me and I did jump up on panel doing what PG wanted probably instead of the good Lord and and attacked his ass and letting him know, backing him down on all of his BS because that to me that ain't cool, right? It's not. I mean, if I come and get you, you probably did something wrong. You probably did something wrong because personally, I love to get along with everyone. It's just like a lot of people don't want to get along with you, especially out here in this YouTube world. For some reason, the YouTubers, they feel like they need I mean, they can only get along with people like 5 minutes at a time. And that, that sucks if you ask me. I mean, with friends like that, you don't need no enemies, right? Um, Oh, I can't even pronounce your name, Albania. Albania. Am I saying it right? I am so sorry, hon. I wish you could show me or tell me how to say it. Once I hear a name, I can say it from then on, like Leilani. It took me a while to get her name, but I so appreciate that. Another super chat. Did I buy my way into heaven? LOL. I love you, baby. She buy her way into heaven. Girl, that's when, we don't have to buy our way there. It's all free. That's the beautiful thing about, through Jesus Christ, all you have to do is believe. Don't cost you a penny to get into heaven. All you have to do is believe. Absolutely. But girl, I so appreciate you supporting this channel and these missing children. Absolutely. And I'd like to say thank you. I'd like to say thank you from not myself, but also all of the missing children as well. I know if they was here, they definitely want to thank you. You so appreciative of it. God bless. But yeah, I thought that was funny. I probably shouldn't have laughed. We did an amazing panel together, PG, on last week. Amen. We sure did. Absolutely, girl. God bless. I love it. I love it here. I absolutely do. I love all of you guys. And exactly, it's a free gift, right? It definitely is. Amen. Absolutely. Even we got to remember that, on each side of Jesus was a man, right? Two men. He was in the middle. One man started telling him, if you're real and God's your father, have him do this and this and this to save him, right? The other man said, Lord, forgive me all my sins. Jesus said, you'll be in heaven with me forever. Right? One made it, the other didn't. We got to be careful how we talk. Now, if the other guy would have been as kind and loving and as the one man asking for forgiveness and truly believing, he would have been there too, right? So there you go. Absolutely. Tiffany Marie needs to, she's like the guy, on the side that didn't make it. She just mean. You can't be like that. You can't be like that. You got to be open-minded. Open-minded. Understand, and I'm going to tell you, Tiffany Marie, honey will get you a hell of a lot farther than vinegar, sweetheart. And you are vinegar. Nobody likes to smell that shit. When you come around, nobody wants to smell that shit. Absolutely not. People love sweetness, kindness, caring, understanding. They don't like ugly. Even God don't like ugly. And she just ugly, right? She's going around being so mean to so many people, and I don't even know why. Like I said, I wish what happened tonight didn't. I wish what happened tonight didn't. And I tried to head it off, but she wasn't having it. She wasn't having it, and I'm sorry about that. I really am. I'm sorry about it. Absolutely. But anyway, I'm going to ask as I ask every single night, please, please, please keep those prayers going up for Summer. From our lips to God's ears, I know He is listening. I know that God's going to answer our prayers. It seems like some stuff's coming out now, and we definitely might get some answers where Summer's concerned. We definitely are getting answers where baby Quentin's concerned. Yes, they still are in the landfills looking for Quentin. Don't let nobody tell you they're not, because absolutely they are. That law enforcement up there is amazing. I give them a thumbs up. I pray for him. God bless. And keep those prayers going up for him as well. Keep him up for going up for one another in the chat. There's a lot of people needing prayers. And even if we're all well, let's pray we stay well. Always know PG's praying for you. Good night, everybody. Can I see those blue and purple hearts going up for all of these missing children? Blue hearts for Quentin, purple hearts for Summer, red hearts was going up for Kylie. God bless you guys. Good night.